No.
Nick.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Ready, set,
Let's go. Let's go.
It's our Friday. There's a whole lot of different lights here. Are we gonna come to the basement now?
I tried to fix the.
Oh, I love how she's like.
Oh, that's so
I
nice.
love Legoland model builders. This is how you wave at Legoland.
And we're live. Hi everyone, I am Nick, and we
I'm
have,
Maria. Mr.
Aaron,
Harold.
and today's special guest
Awesome.
I'm here to Pinkwheels.
Meredith, aka Pinkwheels.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Oh.
Where's the sound?
Oh.
Oh.
There we go.
Friday the 13th.
I had it on like the mute, so
Yeah.
the sound wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Some Fridays were a bit muted.
I was like, wait, where's the sound?
Blue.
Hi everyone. Welcome to Full of Brick, Season 4, Episode 39.
Counting down.
And today is October 13th, 2023.
Yes.
And today, our special guest is Meredith,
so
aka
exciting.
Pinkwheels.
A very creative, very talented builder. I just saw your botanical piece that I think you should just tell Lego to create for
yes.
us. That was beautiful.
If they want to lift it, go for it.
So, should I go into our
Sure.
first segment, which is
I like the
getting.
owls.
Get it? Who are you?
Yes.
So, getting to know Meredith. So, I first met Meredith face to face at Brickworld Chicago.
Cool.
I think Harold. Was that the first time you met
Yeah,
Meredith
first
as
time.
well? And this was at, as you can see from her jersey,
I know. I thought that was so cool.
her new
I love it.
Hashima mock.
I love it. Was that from there, or like was it a custom?
No, it's the new Hashima
They I don't know who in the group designed it, but they got somebody design it. I think they got some esports guy who does jerseys to design an esport jersey. So
Oh,
they
okay.
they got all of like brick stuff. Brick stuff.
Yeah, brick stuff. I saw that. Yeah.
They contributed a lot of stuff and gave discounts. We got Windy City lug, and then on the back there's
That's
Peach
so many more.
lug. There's Chicago Chi lug, a whole bunch of lugs that
That's
members,
awesome.
all the members, all the people who are in it and in a lug, all those lugs are on the shirt somewhere. So they tried. That's why they designed it kind of like an sports jersey.
Yeah. No, it looks awesome.
It's like a NASA car.
Yeah,
with all-
exactly.
logos.
I
Those are
take
like
it that wasn't your
all
first
on
Brick World
fire.
Chicago.
It actually was. I actually did. I've done mostly brick fairs because they usually were closer to my home. But literally, I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4. It was probably like my 6th Lego brick convention type event. So
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I had not gone to Chicago. I'd gone to Brick Fair in Virginia, which is kind of like the sister. Like
Yeah.
if there's two,
Yeah.
Mhm.
there's two big
Heavyweights.
heavyweights. I've gone to the other one, and then Brick Fair used to come to Birmingham, which is I live in Atlanta, so it's about 2 hours away. So I used to go to that event every year too, but I had not gone to Brick World, and I was told I need to go, so I showed up.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I started building. Hold on a second. I started building probably in 2018, and my
Okay.
daughter is really because my daughter, she is almost 11, and probably when she was about 4 or 5 years old, we would just buy bulk craft
Yes.
Lego off of Nextdoor,
Yeah.
and
What's next door?
I'm sorry, it's a US. How do I say this? It's where people in the United States go to complain about their nosy neighbors and how much they don't like their trash company. It's like a
I've heard of
Facebook
that.
for a neighborhood, and they'll have you can sell and buy things too. So
Okay. So it's like
So-
the precursor of Facebook
Lego.
Marketplace?
It's like a neighborhood versus Facebook, but yeah, right now it's pretty much people complaining about their neighbors or their trash pickup.
Oh, that's so funny. Hey, if you got Lego from it, that's a pretty
Yeah,
good system.
we got a good. Yeah, it's like next door for neighborhoods.
Yeah.
It has its uses, but and she got into building. My husband and I both built as children.
Oh, good.
Yeah. My husband will complain about the fact that his mom threw out his monorail set.
We've heard the story a lot. Sadly.
I wasn't interested anymore when we were in college.
Yeah.
Did he have a huge monorail collection?
Oh,
wow.
He had the huge Futron set up.
Oh, dang.
And this is it, right? Like we don't want to encourage hoardingisms. And yet,
Hoardiness.
when people go into their dark ages and then they emerge from it, they're like, where's my stuff? What?
Where's my
You
stuff?
got rid of my stuff. Oh,
Yes.
we've heard so many of that too.
But no, I love my mother-in-law, so it was not. There was no party foul.
Yeah.
And I think we were because we're college sweethearts. I married him straight out of college. We're at Georgia Tech.
Oh.
I think we were like moved into our first house, and his mom was like, "Do you want this stuff?" And I think we just like, "Yeah, we don't want it. It's old. We don't want it." And then I remember my very last set, which was the Paradisia Poolside Paradise.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the very last set I got.
Before your
my
dark age.
Urging.
I was about 12. No, I was 11. I was 11. So
Okay.
I remember that. I got that. I think I was my parents were divorced and they lived in one town over. And I remember going to my dad's house and I think he was trying to make sure I wouldn't be bored. And because that was an expensive set because I actually bought it off eBay and somebody had the original box. And it had a sticker from Kmart for $35.99.
Oh, no way.
Which in 1992 was that's a chunk of change too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
But yeah.
So lesson learned, when your daughter goes into her dark age, you know not what to do.
Save your stuff.
Yes. Oh, that's funny.
So you got back into it around 2018. Was it the sets or just the mocking right away?
Actually, my husband got my daughter and I we just like play around. We bring her that the tub of the mix of undeterminate Lego. There was some Lego and there was some make because it was just stuff we bought off of Nextdoor or Facebook. I think it was some Nextdoor. And my husband wanted more and he's like, well, for now, for her, I just want to buy her, bulk Lego. So there was this dude, he doesn't live in Atlanta anymore. He actually moved back to Ohio. But if you are in Ohio and you're watching, look up Eric Mackert. He actually runs a business where he sells bulk Lego. But what he does is he gets people to sort it for him. So he buys from like Goodwill. He buys from eBay, like just big mamma jamma bulk lots of like the moms and dads cleaning out their kids' Legos.
Yeah.
And he would pay people to sort it, but what you would be paid for is brick. So you would get like 30 pounds of Lego and you would sort it by color and you got to keep 10 pounds of it.
Oh wow. 10 pounds?
Oh. I'm sorry. 1 pound.
Substantial.
You got 1 pound. 3 pounds. I can't do math. I'm gonna brain So you get to keep 10% by weight. So he found this guy. I don't know how he found them, probably Facebook. And he was in our lug. And so my husband joined our local lug.
Oh, okay.
And I joined our local lug.
Yeah.
And then
so you guys knew about those lugs right away, pretty much.
Pretty much, although I was really hesitant to not come. I would actually
might be cultish, right?
It's just like I thought it was his thing, and I didn't know anybody. And
so is he more into Lego than you?
No, we're both equally into it. Just, how do I say this? Like he's into Technic.
Okay.
He's really into Technic. He likes to build. I mean, some of my builds that need structure, he actually builds the structure underneath it. But he's more of he just likes to like build. He used to build a lot of GBC. In fact, he built a giant
scrape out contraption.
Yeah. So he ended up sorting for this dude, and it just became, how do I say, a life of its own, to the point now I have about somewhere between 2,000 to 3,000 pounds of bulk Lego in my basement.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh, where do you live? Ohio? What? Where?
No, I live in Atlanta.
Virginia?
He actually moved to
Oh.
Ohio, but so if you're in Ohio, I think he lives in. I don't remember where he lives in, but it's called the Brick Bank.
Okay.
But I mean, he sorted for him for like 7-8 years.
Oh wow.
No, less than that, about 6 years, I think.
Oh wow.
So I mean, that amount of sorting, you can
Yeah.
build a full bulk doing that. So
I was like, hold on, let me go
Was
see
your-
who wants to pay me to sort their Lego.
Was your husband at Brick World Chicago as well?
Yep. He was
Okay.
he was
I
the
didn't see
guy
that.
walking around making sure that people were eating at New Hashima.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So he had a jersey on as well.
Yep.
Oh, very good.
His said Brian on it. It was very inventive.
Right. So you're part of New Hashima because of the lug that you're involved in.
So no, that's actually a weird thing. Here's kind of another story about, my Lego
Story.
dumb or something.
Yeah.
So the first event we went to was Brick Fair, Alabama, 2019.
Okay.
And it was our first time going to one. It was my first time displaying anything. My husband brought some GBCs, so it was like, we were noobs. But there was a lot of people from my lug, and I had joined my lug by then. And my people in my lug they're awesome. Like, I thought it'd be weird. Like, I thought
Mhm.
my husband would go, maybe only my husband's friend, but now he moans. I think he's a little jealous that I'm friends with more people in the lug.
Well, I think there's something to be said about like how to make friends as adults, right? Like
Yes.
there's something where you grew up with your childhood friends and the people that you meet in school because you have to meet them and work with them. But like to actually put yourself in a new scenario and you're vulnerable, right? It's like, okay,
Very
I like
vulnerable,
this and you like this. Are we going to get along and play, right? So that's a
And-
huge thing to learn.
Yeah,
I guess you look for similarities.
Yeah.
and being like, I'm like, well, are there any women there? And he's like, there are, and we actually do have a good amount of women, but that kind of, and then when you want to build bring something that you built, like a mock, because they're always like, bring your mocks, it's if it's small, if it's big, whatever.
Yeah.
We're looking at, and that's really intimidating too. And so,
Yeah,
but like
absolutely.
everyone in my lug, just shout out to them, Peach Lug. They've been awesome, made
very
so many
nice.
good friends. But back to Brick Fair, Alabama, first time ever displaying, and I am displaying next to Martin Harris, Brick Snaps.
Oh, okay.
And the other person on the side of the table is the Erickson brothers.
Oh,
Oh, from Lego Masters.
The two.
oh, wow.
So they actually
So what's
live
the
about
one?
That's
an hour
fun.
away
Yeah,
from me.
yeah.
Yeah,
Martin.
Martin is the guy that builds all the Disney stuff. If you've seen, like, he's done
He had the castle.
The
at Brick World.
castle, Rapunzel's tower.
That's
So-
amazing, though, right? The
Yeah,
universe
and-
knows that you are among the greats. You
I'm
are
just like,
of the
oh,
greats.
I'm just
And they're like, we're
oh.
beside Pinkwheels.
Yeah.
No, they're just no. Martin, he was kind of like, he was super sweet, and I mean, I talk to both the Erickson brothers and Martin all the time still, but like I didn't know anyone. Like, I met those people, and then there's the people in my lug, but it's still kind of, trying to, it's like going to a lug. There's a lot of people there, and then there's not a ton of women. I mean, there's more. There's been a lot more. I think after COVID, a lot more women mockers out there. So I was a little nervous about that too, and I can't remember where I'm going with this again. Oh, I've lost my train of thought.
Being part of the lug.
The new
New Hashima, yes.
New
exactly how you
Hash-
got-
And then you know who I meet there?
Stefan.
That's where.
Oh, okay. So that's the
And-
connection.
Yes,
That's
and
cool.
the first mock I really built, my daughter loved Ninjago.
Mhm. So he
she
saw
loved-
that.
I built the Royal Palace from season something. I don't
Okay.
remember. It's actually up there. I have
Harold
part
would
of it.
know.
Yeah.
Harold's
I
a
think I
ninja,
had that
right?
one. Yeah.
No, it was never a set. They had the temple from the grounds, but they never made the castle.
Oh.
And my daughter's like, I want the castle. I'm like, okay, we'll make the castle.
Empress.
I'll make it for you.
Yeah, I love it.
So, I love the art, I love all the architecture and stuff like that. And we went and researched some guy. He used to be one of the certified Lego professionals in Asia. He did the entire actual Forbidden City in China. in leg, and it's beautiful. And I stole a lot of his techniques. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, hey, but that's how you learn, right? That's
Yeah,
how you learn.
that's how you learn. And it's not,
Yeah,
no one takes
absolutely.
offense to it. And
Yes.
but Stefan, I remember Stefan's like, man, I really love that, because Harold and I were talking, like, Stefan, went to Japan, kind of loved it, loves the the
Culture.
futuristic cyberpunk aesthetic, which is
Mhm,
also very very much in anime as well. So obviously Stefan and I, kind of became Lego buddies. And that year he did not have New Hashima, but the next year, 2020, right before COVID lockdown, he had his first version of it. And
Okay.
even his first version, which it was probably about, I don't know, about 3 feet, I think, by like 3 feet. Even
And
his
that was
first-
all him. No
was all
no
him.
collab yet.
Wow.
Yeah, he I just walked up and I would just stare at it. I mean, he had colors, he had lights. I mean, it was just it had that cyberpunk vibe on it.
Yeah.
And I told him, like, dude, if you ever like want to do a collab of this, I'd do it. And he goes, oh, we're gonna collab this. He's like, I'm working on a standard and a theme book, and he made a standard and a theme book. And I want to say it was probably a year, so it was a complete year before Brick World. He kind of put it out there on Instagram. We want builders. Are you interested? And I'm like, can I invite myself? And he's like, yeah, sure. So the group is, anyone can be involved, and you don't have to build something huge. You don't have to build something complex. The only rule is it has to be cyberpunk aesthetic, and that's it. That's
No, I just kept staring at this entity that was mind blowing. Like, and even if you've gone and done so many revolutions around it, there's always something
new
that you discovered that I'm like, I swear I've stared at this spot for like 20 minutes already previous. Go back to it an hour later and like, oh, did someone just put that there? Like, I can't remember.
They might have.
And they might have. That's true. But I'm just
finding things in pictures that I did not see when I was there.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. I love the fact that it's such a collaborative piece, right? Like, for everybody to have ideas, unique ideas, and then it all came together. Like, that itself is amazing.
I mean, the only rule is that there was kind of like a theme about cyberpunk, and if it was on that, anything went. I mean, we had an IKEA, but man, that was a cyberpunk IKEA.
Yeah.
So the second version, how many collab partners were there? And because I know that the latest one was like, was it 81?
60 builders were at Brick World. And then I want to say somewhere between, we had 70 actual builders. Quite a few, I think we had a handful of people that shipped or gave a build to somebody that was coming. But then we had people that did like, they made like graphic artist stuff. I think people that designed.
I see.
There was like video, the little video screens from Brick Stuff, and someone had like a bunch of animation of like Lego that was like a cyberpunk commercial.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. Somebody did all that animation as part of their contribution. So there was ways that people were contributing that weren't necessarily a physical build. So so I think that's when you get up to that, it was like 90 or 100 people.
Oh my goodness.
And I started looking into that, like the raspberry screens.
Yep, those were awesome.
So the second version, how big was it? So
he actually had,
how did it grow to?
Yeah, he had a second version, and I take that back. I'm trying to remember.
2021?
Yes, it was right when we came back from COVID. 2022. So when we had the first Brick Fair Alabama, which was actually the last one they ever did, that they're gonna not coming back. So it was Brick Fair Alabama 2022. It's always in January. January. Him and one of his local lug mates built, like, they doubled it in size. And I think that's what kind of, he calls that his section 8, which is his section. And it was big. It was like 6 feet by 6 feet. And it was, I mean, like, I was blown away yet again. Like, I didn't think it could have gotten, like, just.
You were part of that one.
No, I
wasn't. Or not yet.
No,
not yet.
That's when he said, hey, I'm putting together, like, theming booklets and
Oh, okay.
like making sure he had because the cube is actually this was all from. There was a collab apparently like in 2010, and that's what they called themselves,
Oh,
Brolug.
Oh.
And they designed that cube to use as
Okay.
the basis so that people could have that standard to build to, so they, you could get people to build to it. And that was at Brick Fair, Virginia, 2010. So he was trying to resurrect that standard.
I see.
And that's when and then that year though, 2022, he brought it back to Brick Fair, Virginia, and he had brought more builders in. He brought in
Okay.
Simon
Yeah, I
Liu.
saw that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
he brought in Simon Liu, and Simon Liu is a phenomenal builder. And he just like got like, he did the Channel 5's news team, horn sound, and he got a whole bunch of builders. So it got even bigger in 2022 in the summer. And then there was obviously this summer's 2023. And then there was another rendition of it at Brick Fair again in 2023 as well. So
Wow.
So did you come in 2023?
Land
I
based.
came in just for Brick World.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't go to Brick Fair too. But then there will be a new version at Brick Fair, or not Brick Fair, new version at Atlanta BrickCon in February.
Even bigger than Chicago?
No, like Virginia this year was smaller than Chicago. Chicago will happen again in 10 years. They said they'll do it again.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it's going to just be like a different rendition, like some new buildings, some old buildings, bigger, a little bit bigger than what he usually brings. So.
And Harold, did you say that you might be a part of it?
Something.
Yeah. So I just joined the group like 2 months ago. I think.
Cool.
I was invited, but I haven't gotten a chance to like deep dive in it. But I have a couple ideas that I want to incorporate. Like I was telling Meredith, I was like, maybe I'll build like a pagoda or like something, because looking at New Hashima really like brought back like Ghost in a Shell to me. I was like, oh man, I want to put like Tachikomas or like something like that. But I have a minifigure design upstairs I was working on before I joined, so maybe I'll incorporate that.
Yeah, nice. For Brick Fair, Virginia, 2024.
2024.
Brick World
first.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think they're gonna do.
Is it coming in Brick World?
That's the plan.
No. Is New Hashima coming back in 2024?
I don't. I think so. I don't know.
Spoilers.
I just show up where I'm told.
Yeah.
I know they want to keep it going, even if it's just at a smaller scale. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be the full layout.
Yeah.
Even if it's a smaller scale, it's still crazy.
It's crazy.
And I realized, the Brick World Chicago was a 5-6 day event already that it had.
I know, that was crazy.
But it's crazy how once it's set up, it makes me so sad that it has to be torn down. Like it couldn't have been, hey, like whatever that hotel is, can you keep this at your lobby for, I don't know, right? Like X amount of period to bring about just an awareness of Lego and the artistry that goes into it, because so much thought and work and the execution of it took over so many weeks and months that it's like, ta-da, okay, done. I guess that's like how it is with like big elaborate cakes as well. You kind of like, ta-da, and someone has to eat it. But
I look at that's part of the beauty, because it was only temporary.
Yeah. I see the beauty of that too. That's for sure.
No, I mean, we harassed. There was a lady there from Lego, from like the AFOL community engagement, and trust me, everyone in a New Hashima jersey was kind of like, hey, come on, this should go in the Lego house. Like, don't you have room for this in the Lego house? And she's like, I don't have room for this in the Lego house.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it took you guys a while to build it too, right? Like up until the last minute, before public day.
Yeah. That's what kind of happens when you have a lot of people coming together to build things. Things happen, things break. We had people that came in and they flew and put their cubes in the bags that they put in their overhead, and there was breakage. We had people come from Europe with their cubes in their bags, and then just like some, how do I say this? So the guy who made the train that was going into the ships area, like that cyberpunk aesthetic, really brutal train, which was absolutely gorgeous. His name is Blake Foster. He is a mocking legend. It is a beautiful train, but what they didn't realize is that to move it required like so many batteries and so many battery packs.
Oh.
And it was so heavy. And there's pictures of him in there setting up the train and trying to because they had to get everything aligned so perfectly.
Yeah.
Because you had it like 4
It's
feet off the
done.
ground. And
Right.
if all those cubes weren't like
Perfectly
snapped down and
Oh.
that train's coming down.
Yeah.
So I know
Nothing
that
bad
took
happened.
a good while because of having to make sure they had to have every
Yes.
cube interlocked, not just kind of floating there.
Yeah.
So stuff
Yeah.
like that, which were things I don't think anyone could anticipate.
No.
So-
That's true.
Was
How
it
is-
designed on the fly? Oh,
No. So they actually had a layout. So you had to, how do I say this? I mean, it was a good 9 months ahead of time. You had to say how much you want to build and what you wanted to build. And again,
okay.
you didn't have to build a cube. We had so many people building vehicles and mecha and airships and ships. Well, not yeah, it's ships. So
Yeah.
you didn't have to have a cube. You didn't have to do anything like that. But you had to say, and you had to make sure you were going to commit because they didn't want gaping holes in a 20 foot by 20 foot thing. So I said I would like to do an inner city because I'm a little bit more upscale. I don't do dystopian stuff very well. I want to make it look pretty.
Yeah.
Look nice.
Yours was really nice though.
Yeah, so I kind of wanted something that was a little bit more of the nicer side of town because we had kind of like the old town slum area, which those guys did awesome. I could not do that. So
So much detail.
yeah, but it looked. I
It
can't.
looks so cool.
I'm not good at that style.
Yeah.
So, or if people wanted to build a ship, like Adrian, the guy who built that giant ship, because it was over 100. It was huge. And then we had 2 other ships, and they were also very nice. Simon built one too, but then you had Adrian's just monolith. So again, you had to volunteer to what and commit to what you were going to build, and then they did and kind of say what your ideas were. Like, I knew I wanted to do kind of like some brutalism, and then I made up a go-to too, and then kind of
That's
it
cool.
was still a little bit more classy, slightly more
Yeah.
classy. We had a mall,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Rich people of New Hashima need somewhere to go. So I kind of face out towards where his original section is, so Stefan's original section, which is kind of a little bit more, he calls it kind of the corpo section. So it's a little bit more put together part of town where like the richer people live probably.
Yeah.
So everyone kind of got aligned in where if you were in the inner city, you kind of had a direction you were facing, and then you just laid out where your cubes were, so I knew which way I could push out and overbuild my cube and which ways I could not. So it's
Okay.
all laid out. People had to say how they were powering it because everything had to have lights because it
I was
just
gonna ask
not
that.
have that vibe without having some sort of light.
Yeah.
If they were doing like the displays, they had to talk about what power they needed for like any kind of displays or anything like that.
Right.
If they were doing motion, stuff like that, because there was I can't remember the builder's name, but he had that full like Akira lift going up and
yeah.
down
Yeah.
in,
Oh,
the,
okay.
in the cargo section. So
Yeah.
it was meticulous planning for like 9 months
That
on like,
is,
Simon Liu.
it's a true
and
baby.
Yeah, it was their baby. It was their baby.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And I guess they didn't actually know how everything was gonna look
No.
until
Or even,
it was all
maybe
together, because they just got your pictures of
right.
okay, Meredith is gonna bring this, and she sends pictures, and someone else pictures, but not how it looks when they're side by side
Mhm.
until
Yeah, it's
Right.
Yeah,
cool.
I barely could put my parts side by side in my own house because they're so tall, and it's hard to get them around. But yeah, I mean, no one knew how it was going to look until we finished
That's
it.
so
So,
cool.
and it's
It's
cool
a surprise
because
for everyone.
yeah, there was a play again. Everyone can join. Anyone can join. There's no, I was a little intimidated because you have some of probably the best builders. I mean, around that are doing this that have been building for probably longer than my child's been alive. But it's all about having fun and building stuff that's cool. And people would put feedback. I'd always post stuff for feedback because I wanted feedback. It was very much about get feedback, and make sure we're building the best we can build. And nobody, again, as I said, people were building little carts, people were building the like little patrol ships, mecha. So again, there was kind of a place, hopefully everyone felt there was a place for anyone to join, because that you didn't have to have a huge collection to build a huge building.
And I saw some pictures of your custom packaging of. Maybe you could talk about how you transported these huge
Pelican case?
mocks.
Yeah, my husband ended up building those.
Oh wow.
You pick up hobbies during COVID, and my husband picked up
Yeah.
woodworking.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, he got into building those. He actually helped build. He did not build the triangle table that was in the middle, but he built the 3 ones that came out.
The crates.
The tables underneath. Those were custom tables because every time we would see Stefan's setup, it was always sagging on those plastic tables. So the tables that were there that the mock was sitting on were custom tables.
So you brought the table the whole thing was.
Stefan brought them. My husband made the three that came out. The triangle one in the middle, Stefan custom built that one with all the holes for all of the stuff. Yeah. So we just dropped the table. My husband dropped the tables off, as I said. We're a few hours away from him, and so he dropped them off. And Stefan, but you had to have for that much weight of you had to have
something solid. Solid.
Yeah, he built that. He built those little cases for me because he was sick of me complaining that my builds fall apart in the car.
Oh, that's really good of him.
So it didn't fall apart on the drive. It was
Intact.
Pretty sturdy in those crates.
The pagoda fell apart.
Oh.
So it took about an hour to put it back together. I mean, it didn't fall apart completely. It had breakage.
Yeah. Okay.
But the other buildings did not have a single thing. And then I also brought my daughter pretty much is my muse. She tells me what to build. The new Hashim is the one thing I said, no, I'm building this, but she loves the show, The Owl House on Disney. So I brought the Owl House with me, and he had built a crate for that, and that's very fragile. And I think I had a few roof tiles that came off, so it was really nice.
Nice. You mentioned before we started about you're a big anime fan as well. Do you collect similar to Harold, like the figures too, or?
I haven't really. I kind of stopped watching it probably. I don't know. I'm in a dark age of anime, so to speak. I haven't really picked up any new ones, but if you put one of my old favorites on, I will sit there and watch like 20 episodes in a row. No, I just. Were
you into anime during your dark age of Lego?
It was in college. It was in college.
Okay.
You know, I had a T whatever line in 2000. You could download anime, and before that, you couldn't get any anime.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and I loved as a kid Robotech. It's AKA Mocross, but I still have like my original SDF one, so I kind of just love that vibe or that animation style. I just loved it, and it's just so cinematic and kind of epic versus just the rinse and repeat filler episodes of American animation at the time in the late 80s. So when I got to college, I'm like, you can download anime. So
100 episodes of Rurouni Kenshin.
Yes, 100 episodes of Rurouni Kenshin, and you can watch the original Macross as it was intended, and it's so much better. And then there's more of it.
Our kids are big into anime now too. Like our eldest was first into it, and now he's kind of he's like
looped the second one in,
sucking our air. Yeah.
And then once in a while he'd go, "Hey, do you want to watch the series with me?" And I'm like, "Is it like mom appropriate?" And I do love it. Like again, the artistry is something that's always so unique compared to, like you said, like the more of the North American cartoons that we're used to, right? So exactly. Like there's always such a featuring of like just the landscape or like rain falling down on like pavement. Like they really take such care to convey those looks, right? So it's very cool. But yeah, my kids though, they always want to go to this anime store that's a little bit of a
in Toronto.
Do you guys have your own money? Like, let's go to Toronto. I'm like,
well, they have with their birthday money, and then
birthday
Tristan
money
has a job
however,
now.
Yes, but it's some of them are like, like as much as I'm trying to like say let's be responsible with money. I mean, it doesn't help that mom and dad have like a Lego basement and how to go about with that. But we do. He has a room full of almost like Harold. Harold is his hero. Like when he sees that merchandise right there, I'm like,
But you have to be smart about it. I told Tristan like you know.
Tell him to get a good job always. You are the uncle that he's never had. Be that voice of reason. He won't listen to me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you tell your kids, grow up, get a good job. If you get a good job, you can be a grown-up kid like we are.
Yes, exactly.
Because you guys have a Lego basement as well, I see.
Yes. Hold on. This is kind of part of it. There's that.
Oh, there's the.
That was the
You
original.
have a very high basement.
Yes.
Wow.
This is a high basement.
Like high ceilings.
A high ceiling basement.
Ooh, your friendship.
Ooh, look at those the
Those
sails.
are great. Wow.
I like the sails.
Sorry, I'm on my laptop.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
It's
That's the
Awesome.
friendship. What is it called? Friendship
Flying
Punch?
Narwhal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my COVID build.
What's
was my COVID
the
build.
event called?
It's called Friendship Timber.
Friendship Timber. Friendship Timber.
That awesome guy Simon Liu I was talking about, he started what is called Ship Timber. Do you know what Ship Timber is?
Yeah, September.
Yeah.
So
it has to be a
Aubrey-
certain size, right?
it's 100 studs long. So Aubrey Mokhtura on Instagram, her and Martin Harris, Brick Snaps, I want to say like 2 or 3 years ago, they decided to challenge the Instagram Lego community to making it friendship timber. And I just kind of always built friendly stuff too. But it's their it was their invention. And I feel like, oh, I built this too. Isn't it cool? It's fun.
That's cool.
It brings people out who may not feel comfortable mocking or may not feel comfortable putting their builds out there to have a reason to do it. And I absolutely love that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Do you still have the Galaxy Explorer one that you made?
Yeah, I actually made that one for Lego. They occasionally will ask LAN.
Okay.
LAN will occasionally ask the LAN ambassador to say, hey, Lego is looking for volunteers to do a building challenge like this. So if you give me 1 second, I can go grab it. Sorry.
Yeah, I think this quarter is hearts.
Oh, cool.
I get to make.
Harold, you have quite a different view.
What do you mean
We're not
hearts?
making eye contact.
Oh, because
I know
your camera is.
It's like we're looking at your profile the entire time. It's so interesting.
Because his camera is on a different from his monitor.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, wow.
It has all the functionality. It has a little rover in there too.
That's medium.
Cool.
Medium azure.
Yep, it's my favorite color of Lego.
Oh, it's so fun.
But yeah,
is that bigger than the Galaxy Explorer?
No, it's about the same size.
Okay.
It's the same chassis. Yeah. Lego asked their ambassadors to see if people would build the Galaxy Explorer in, I think, 4 different styles. And one of the styles they were looking for was someone to build a Friends one. And it was supposed to be for the 90th birthday party celebration.
Oh.
But they didn't build it, or they didn't use it for over a year, and I was not allowed to post it. It said in the agreement I signed that Lego reserves the right to post it on social media first.
Yeah.
And they gave me 3 years that I had to adhere to that.
I see.
Did you get something?
Yeah, they
like
gave
swag?
me they gave me the actual Galaxy Explorer. I got it a month and a half early.
Oh, nice.
And then they sent me the Fiat in yellow as a thank you present, which
nice.
a lot of those parts ended up on the ship because they give you like
cool
a
yellow.
Yeah, you could choose from, and I'm like, I need parts in yellow. Send me that. So
that's the strategy there. I like it.
Yeah, but they'll do that from time to time. You'll see it a lot with May the 4th. A lot of times they'll have fan builds on social media for May the 4th. Unfortunately, mine did not go on social media. It went on the insiders page. So it's buried. The insiders page. It didn't even go on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh well. But at least now I could share it on Instagram. And of course, Aubrey, I'm showing Aubrey, hey, I'm building this and stuff like that. And this was actually, last August. And she's like, well, they're going to use it in September, so I can have it up for Friendship Timber for, you guys to see. And they didn't do it. And so she was like, so I've been holding on to this for a year to show it off. But they allowed me to bring it to brick conventions. They said I could take it to fan
Oh.
conventions, but I couldn't post it on
You can't
social
post.
media.
Got it.
But if you look at
Other people can post it.
yes, other people
Oh,
posted it and
wow.
tagged me, but I
That's
didn't.
funny.
Yeah. Oh, dang.
But yeah, I
Do you
just.
keep?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say I just like things that make, and the thing is that when I was like setting this up and I was setting the narwhal up at Brickworld, so many people, and it was just not women, so many guys came by and said, "Oh my god, that's so much fun, that's so cool, I love the colors."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I just think it
great.
helps kind of normalize that anyone
Mhm.
can like anything, and like, oh, it's for everyone, and
Yeah.
and you know
There's no gender really. when
there's
we
no
think of, like,
gender,
yes.
and there's no shame, and like I love Friends, I love the mini dolls, I
Yeah.
think they're cute, they're kind of almost anime-esque sometimes.
Yeah.
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 The
With their
guys.
long limbs. Yeah.
They're getting normalized now.
Yeah,
From when
so
they first started.
I just, I think when people get really stuck in, I don't like the Friends and I don't like the mini dolls, it's like, it's okay for you not to like it, but you just move on and say, well, it's not for me, and it
Right,
can be for other
exactly,
people, and
exactly.
that's what I like about Friendship Timber and some of the other, like the habitat builds. It gets people out, and it gets people
Yeah.
who may not feel like they're able to show off their builds, that they're comfortable, that they're worried that people are going to say I don't like it. It's not within certain criteria of what mainstream AFOL's like. So that was my spiel.
Very cool.
I was gonna say, do you keep a majority of the mocks that you make, or do you tear them down?
I probably keep about half of them. Yeah, it really depends if I kind of like them or not.
The sentimental value.
Yeah.
The sentimental value for some of them, like I think if I tear either this ship or the pirate ship down, I think Aubrey or Martin Harris or somebody else off the internet will come hunt me down and get upset.
How dare you?
So, but like that, the first one I built with that, it was a huge layout of Ninjago, of the palace. I tore down about half of it because it was just, I wasn't going to display it anymore. So
Yeah.
I wasn't going to display it. I tore it down. The owl house is still alive and well, and apparently everyone's like, you still have to display that.
Yeah.
Is it displayed, or is it still in its package?
That's still in its case because I have nowhere, when I lay it out, I have nowhere.
Oh, wow.
It fits.
Yeah.
So it stays in that crate.
Is that from anime, or is that like
it's
a
Owl House is
medieval...
the show on
Yeah,
Disney, and it's actually really inspired. Okay, do you know? You guys have kids, so you may or may not know. And I'm thinking I'm completely losing. There's another show on anime, the Mystery Shack. I can't remember the name of it, but there was the Mystery Shack and the Grumpy Uncle with the Pez hat, the Shriner hat. It was really popular on Disney. It was kind of like X-Files for kids. It was really cute.
Do you know that?
No, I don't. But I would totally be intrigued by X-Files for kids. That's
good.
all my
Yeah.
that's my jam stuff.
The creative team behind that kind of did the Owl House. The main writer and creator on the Owl House was a writer on that show. And
Is it on Disney Plus? The Owl House?
On Disney Plus. And then the director of that show is actually one of the voice actors in the Owl House, but it's pretty much probably like written by 30-something-year-olds who like kind of grew up like Harold and I, probably in their teens and 20s, that loved anime, and they lifted a lot. It's episodic tales, so it's not like there's just filler episodes. There's a theme, there's arcs, and the Owl House especially lifts a lot from anime.
Check that out.
So it was a really popular show. Unfortunately, they had to kind of end it early, but I mean, it's got this kind of rabid fandom. People go nuts for it, and my daughter loved it. And it's a great show. And one of the main characters is like this 40-year-old witch who kind of goes around, is kind of like I can't remember the main character on the Golden Girls, but that's who she reminds me of.
Golden Girls.
Who's the crotchety one?
Sophia?
No, Sophia's daughter.
Oh, the tall one.
The tall one, yeah.
When we need Nick to like bat for us.
I forget her name.
So that she kind of has that archetype, and I love that because I'm like, I'm a crotchety middle-aged mom.
Yeah. She is the crotchety one.
Yes, Nexonites.
Nexonites. I also have the Fortrex upstairs.
The Fortrex.
So because the Erickson brothers are they're in our lug, and we're friends and we live locally. People in our love to tease them about Nexo nights because they absolutely cannot stand Nexo nights.
Oh, they don't?
Because they feel like it's not a real castle theme. They're the castle. They used to be the Castle Bros.
Yeah.
So
It's a space castle.
Space castle.
it's a space castle. That's exactly. And then it's really kind of tangential, but in my lug, there's just like all of these guys that are kind of like all about OG space. And I had OG space too when I was growing up, and they just build these incredible like OG space adjacent mocks that are they're just phenomenal. And two of them were asked back in, I think it was like in the 2000s, to design a set for Lego.
Oh wow.
So if you go on Bricklink or Brickset and search for Star Justice, I'm not going to tell their story. It is an absolutely hilarious story about when they got so excited to build a set for Lego and their dreams kind of came crashing down. But they built this cool kind of, it was kind of like alien skulls versus Star Justice, because you got to have, bad guys and good guys in the space.
Yeah.
It's called Star Justice. I think they had 3 sets in like a kind of like a mini wave.
Oh, factory, build your way.
You got to share a screen for stuff like this sometimes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This one?
So,
Oh, there.
Yep, that was one of them.
Oh, cool.
So I think there was
Factory.
3 sets.
Oh.
Factory was like the old Lego ideas, right? That it was
Yes.
like fan-made sets.
Fan-made sets.
Is there a way to see like the others?
I don't know. I usually go to Bricklink. I don't know if they have Star Justice delineated, but
Yeah.
I think there was because they were supposed to make like a base and a ship and a bad guy base. So I think there were supposed to be 3, but that's their story to tell. Their name's Chris Giddens and Mark Fleebnork. They love telling that story. It's a pretty hilarious story.
So Meredith is also on another podcast, sometimes host of
One-time
Was it-
host. And that's the
only
guys
one
who.
time?
Yeah, that's
I thought
that's
you were
that's
like the makeshift. Whenever Chris can't come in, then you're the host.
It's usually Dana. It's usually Dana or Mark. But yeah, those are the Chris, that's his stream, Old Gray Bricks. That is the guy who's one of the two who made that set. And they're there's the A-Falls that kind of that space vibe, but they let me come. I mean, I like space too.
So there's 2 shows, right? One on Monday, and then there's one on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm usually, how do I say this? I haven't been on a lot lately. I've been kind of tired and not available. But yeah, they try to do occasionally when Chris isn't available or something like that, just to mix it up. For like a theme. Thursday usually has like a theme or a topic.
Is it Messy Thursdays or Messy Mondays? I can't remember.
Messy Mondays. Now it's Messy Thursdays because on Mondays they're talking about Lego Masters.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So, but
that's
usually when Lego Masters is off, they do a topic on Thursday, and then Monday is just kind of random chat. But yeah, usually we've had a few now. Kind of, I led one that was just kind of all women A-Falls or woo-falls, I guess would be. Woo-falls. And yeah, so that was fun, and I think they want to do it again at some time. But it's a lot of work being a host.
Yes.
Yeah, I first noticed that show when we first came back from our gray age. Like it was around 2021. I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then it's been going on for a while. I guess even before that, it was going on. But
yeah, I don't remember how long. But I just I think I invited myself on too because I'm just like, you guys
This
are
is
all
cool.
dudes.
Yeah.
You need a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That perspective for sure.
dudes with old gray beards.
Yeah. And Meredith.
Well, I got white hairs. I used to have white hairs, so I said I'm old enough. So
Should we go to the next?
Yeah. So
segment?
we'll go into our next segment, which is share your stories. Share your stories. Share your stories. Weekly recap. Weekly recap.
Which sounds like we've been already sharing our stories, but
yeah, a lot of stories.
this last week.
Well, I noticed. So today is October 13th, 2023,
Friday.
and so it's our anniversary
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
the day I proposed, if you remember.
Aww.
Aww.
Oh my god, I'm like the worst.
Aww.
I'm really like
Because
the worst.
our dating anniversary was April 13th, and I wanted to
Oh.
get married a year and a half. I wanted to get married on an April 13th as well, and so I proposed a year and a half before
That April 13th.
because it usually takes like a year and a half for booking.
This is why I married him. He remembers these dates.
And so
because I was just like in my head, I'm like, oh, when did I do this last
no,
week?
because I was like,
just
oh, look,
worked.
it's October 13th, and like, oh yeah, that's
Oh.
like when
Oh,
we proposed.
the things
That-
that you remember. Thanks, Nick.
So we had this like scavenger hunt.
He
kind
made a
of
scavenger hunt for
proposal.
me.
Wow.
And
Did I tell you about this, Harold?
Hmm.
Our scavenger.
I was
This
not
sounds epic.
I was not cluing in. I was not cluing in. And it was
So our first date was at the library because we were both in the same English class.
I didn't realize it was a date.
It was like grade 12 English, and
But we'll count it as that.
we counted as a date. So we'd always go to the public library and have. So the scavenger hunt final destination was supposed to be at a spot at the public library, and there
Where he
were all
would
these
propose.
clues leading up to there. However, October 13th of that year
Yeah.
was Canadian Thanksgiving, which I didn't put that into calculation.
So the library was closed.
So the library was closed on that day, and so we had to quickly. My friends were helping me shift things around, and then so the final destination ended up being on this pagoda
Like there's a garden, there's a Japanese garden beside this public library.
and
so
city hall
it
right
worked.
beside.
It worked nicely.
But yeah,
Aw.
so
Yeah.
that ended, and then it was like on video. They were videotaping and then she
Yeah.
was like,
Aww.
Thanks, Nick. A nice
but yeah,
walkthrough.
October 13th. That was.
But
it.
yeah, we just celebrated Thanksgiving last weekend. It's a little bit
Yeah.
ahead of the American, but maybe it's because we want to celebrate ours and also American. Because,
Canadian
yeah.
Thanksgiving. Was
And
last weekend.
I was on call that weekend, and I just didn't
Aw.
want my mom to prepare because moms always cook so much, and and the hosting. So we just decided to eat out for dinner, which was
Moxie's.
nice, simple enough that everybody got to order what they want. But I do wonder, like, sort of the memories my kids will have, other than, yes, we're all together, we're celebrating Thanksgiving as a family, but are we taking away those memories that we had as children where there's like a big roasted turkey coming out? I don't know.
But
right?
they've had them.
But they were happy. They've had that too, right?
They've had them
memories.
before, right?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. I do always wonder about these things, right?
What do you guys normally do for American Thanksgiving, which is
Okay.
the big
Which is not Thanksgiving, really. I know.
We're really weird.
Pizza.
No, we actually do that the night before Thanksgiving.
We did it the day after.
That's Thanksgiving Eve.
My husband actually ended up building this house that we're in this colossal basement in, and I used to cook. I still do cook a lot, and so he made me a giant kitchen. And my sister,
He
who
built
was
your
in-
house?
What?
He built your house? Your husband?
He designed it. He
Oh,
designed it,
wow.
and then a friend of ours who's a general contractor, they built it together.
Wow.
So it's a bizarre thing. I mean, he loves Lego, so I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in his
He lived in
design,
that
was there a Lego room? Was there a Lego room
No.
in his design?
Actually, the closet behind me, you can see there's like a little indent.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a built-in wine/beer
Ooh, I
storage.
love
Like
it.
it was supposed to have the cooler where
Yeah.
the thing was, and now it's become a Lego closet. So,
Yeah.
Nice.
but
For backlog.
What function do you need it for?
Sorry, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You're saying.
so my sister, who was in grad school, she's a bit younger than me. She was in grad school at the time. She's like, I don't want to go drive around. I want to just fly to Atlanta for Thanksgiving. So she kind of was like, okay, then let's all do Thanksgiving at Mary's new house. So, with my dad, and then my mother-in-law lives here. And I decided that I was kind of sick of the regular kind of roast turkey that
Yeah.
most people have
I'm
here.
the only one who likes turkey. None of them do.
I
I like turkey. I just don't like the kind of generic.
Preparation.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
we do themed Thanksgivings. So the first theme was French, and the turkey
Oh.
was done braised in red wine, like coq au vin, with turkey au vin,
Ooh.
and all the side dishes. Like we had a brioche stuffing with pears.
Oh my
Um,
God.
we had tart fillet, which is their version of scalloped potatoes.
Yes.
Freaking cheese
Tartine.
on it and bacon.
Yes.
And then the year after that, I think we did Italian, where we did turkey braised in tomatoes, and I can't
Oh
remember.
my gosh.
I cannot
Olives.
remember. Mushrooms. It was mushrooms and tomatoes. And then we had that over carrot gnocchi, and we had a bunch of other Italian side dishes.
That's awesome.
My dad's side is very Italian. And then we did kind of Mexican / Hispanic.
Ooh.
We did turkey mole.
Ooh. Oh my God, I want to go to your party.
Yeah, we did squash empanadas, and my stepmother made tres leche cake for dinner.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then we did kind of continental US Southern. We did Southern. And then we did Indian, where we did butter turkey instead of butter chicken.
Butter turkey. What?
Butter
with like pakoras and samosas.
Yeah, we did.
Oh my
God,
did
samosas. We did like sweet potato samosas or squash samosas.
These guys are brilliant. This has to be a book.
It does.
Yeah,
somebody has to you guys have to write down all your ideas, and this itself is a book.
I think I have all the dinner plans saved in my Google Drive.
God, this is beyond brilliant.
What year was the first one?
The year we moved into our house, so that would have been 2014.
Oh,
so you've done a lot.
So you have a 10-year almost, like a 10-year anniversary.
We started running out of ideas.
Have you recycled yet?
We've recycled. We're gonna recycle France, I think, one year because everyone misses.
Imagine like an Asian, like Japanese.
My cousin's husband, and we have a lot. Our neighborhood here in Duluth, Georgia, is very Korean. We actually have the second highest Korean population in the U.S. outside of L.A. We're the second. So, and then my cousin's husband is Korean as well, and so we were thinking about doing a Korean style. And again, unfortunately, I just don't have the energy. But I think we're gonna do Korean and we're gonna do French. Again,
that's amazing
because it's hard, try to think of ways to unify various cultural cuisines around white turkey meat or just turkey. So,
but if anything, like when you mentioned theme, I thought like it'll be like let's have a cowboy theme. You know what I mean? Like in terms of theme, I keep on thinking like Halloween, but it's actually like cuisine.
It's a culinary cuisine style.
So unique. I love it. Oh my gosh! I wish I was a more
And do some people
cook.
bring is it potluck where they bring?
So I do most of it. My dad will come down and my stepmother will come down usually the week of Thanksgiving, and they kind of like say, what do you need chopped up and what do you need prepared? And then my husband also is very good at cooking. He's gotten very good at cooking and chopping. And my mother-in-law will do 2 or 3 side dishes, and she loves it because she's like, send me some recipes of what, like what you're planning this year. And she'll bring 2 or 3 side dishes that will, that come into this theme. And then my stepmother will always make dessert with the theme. So like, as I said, we did tresleque.
You're not in culinary arts. You just like to cook.
I just like to cook.
I just like to eat. This is a problem.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. Oh my God. No, that's so unique. Like I think it should be made into a book. Like each is already like 10, 15 pages plus. You have 10 years worth.
So much better than generic throw a turkey with some butter into an oven.
Sure, yes.
And lemon.
Tiring.
Is Thanksgiving then your biggest holiday, or do you guys do special things for Halloween and Christmas as well?
Because Christmas is 4 weeks away. That's
we pretty much Thanksgiving's kind of like the thing we do here in our house. And Christmas, I'm like, I don't feel like cooking anymore. I just like we get
you're already wiped out.
Yeah, we get my sister and my soon-to-be brother-in-law. We'll get my cousin and her husband and 2 kids. We'll get my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, my dad, my stepmother, and then my husband, my daughter. And it's usually around 15, 16 people. And then we have some friends that also might come over too. So it's like 15, 16 people. And like come Christmas, I'm just like, we usually just do like what we love doing? We love, speaking of throwing something in the oven, we love spadcocking chicken and roasting it.
That?
It's where you lay it flat. You actually kind of cut down the spine. There's YouTube videos.
And then you open it
completely fat, and it cooks so much more Nothing gets
Evenly?
dried out, and it cooks really fast.
Oh.
But we brine it in buttermilk first, and it's just so good.
Buttermilk?
Buttermilk brine.
Whoa, I have never thought of
It
that.
makes it so tender.
Tender.
Interesting.
And it crisps up when you do it. The skin gets so crispy from that buttermilk brine. We usually like do that and a couple of sides, and we say this is good enough.
Yeah.
That does sound good.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah,
That's
here
awesome.
we just changed this to yum yum
Yum,
time.
Yum yum time. Forget the weekly.
How about you,
recap.
Harold? For Thanksgiving, what do you guys usually?
I
have
mean,
planned?
we tried. Oh, we make ponce and lumpia.
Filipino dishes. Yeah,
we're
it would be that
Filipino,
same too,
so-
right? Yeah.
But I mean, last year, like me and a couple friends, we just watched like the whole Lord of the Rings. Like,
Oh, that's cool.
and then like my friend, she likes to cook too, so she'll make like Lord of the Rings themed like dishes,
Oh,
like
that's
cool.
bread, like a whole like throughout the whole
The
entire
fellowship.
day.
I don't know, flan. The fellowship flan.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There should be a whole thing about this.
So that was like our Friendsgiving type thing.
Yeah, Friendsgiving. Oh, that's
Nice.
very, very sweet. Anything this last week? For
Yeah,
you,
what
Harold?
were you guys up to?
I mean, it's been another busy week,
I
but
know.
last weekend I redecorated.
Oh, you did
my
a big
whole office.
change.
I
Yeah.
know this.
If you noticed,
you showed it on
Yeah.
Instagram.
So you're on the opposite side of what you're usually, right?
Yeah,
Like-
so it's actually kind of crazy. Like, you know how kind of cramped it was, like in my Lego
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
Now it's like there's so much space.
So where did you declutter things to?
Nothing. Everything that was
Oh.
here is here.
Here.
Is your table then more in the middle as opposed to up
Yeah.
against the wall?
Here I do like a little 360. It's a mess.
Yeah.
So
If
yeah,
it's
there's the
it's not a Lego
castle.
room unless it's a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Castle, and then
Wait, so where's the door now?
Yeah, I know. I need to
Oh.
reorient to your door.
Door
Oh,
one?
okay.
Okay, your door's there.
and then door two.
Okay.
No, like the door
The
to the
exit
kitchen.
to your
Where's
yeah,
the door to the
exit
kitchen?
to your
Oh, door to the kitchen's the other door over here. Oh wait, over here.
Okay, so then
In the bathroom.
your
Oh.
computer used to be
And then there's
there then.
Oh.
that room.
I didn't even notice that there was another door there.
Yeah, but yeah, all my details are on this side now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did you remove all? Oh, I guess it was a good occasion to dust, if anything.
Oh yeah,
Take
it was
everything out. Ooh.
dusted
Was
like the
that cake?
railings and
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Like,
have.
I notice I'm a bit clogged right now because I feel like there's a whole lot of dust in the basement, and I have to vacuum probably tomorrow.
Oh, take it, Marilla?
I was gonna say you have probably the largest anime Gundam collection
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I've ever seen in one spot.
Yes.
Yes.
My
Huge.
wife gave me this room so that I could put all my hobbies. But then I took over our loft.
It's upstairs now.
It's slowly
Yeah.
seeping out of your
Yeah.
man cave. Call it. That's cool.
Our middle guy, he's in grade 9. He had his grade 9 social
Yeah.
dance this
Aww.
I
couple
know.
And so I was telling
And-
our youngest, he's 9. I was like, "Oh, Mason, he has a school dance from 4:30 to 8:30," and so my 9-year-old was like, "What? He's gonna dance for 4 hours?
4 hours straight.
4 hours straight? Is it a talent show?"
I thought
No.
I thought that age they just awkwardly stare across.
They do.
yeah.
So this is it. I even had to convince him, I think it'll be good for you and your buddies to go. And I don't know, from observation, it's strange. Our middle guy, when he was derailed, I'll call it, with COVID, it was those grades 6, 7, right? Like he stayed home grade 6, grade 7. And when they went back to school, he went back to school grade 8, but he had friends who came back to school grade 7. I couldn't help but just observe that there's such a, especially in his elementary school or among his grade, a distinct grouping between boys and girls. Like they never knew how to mix their grade, his grade particularly, right? So I don't know how high school would be now, but like when I observed that my younger kid, who's in grade 5 or grade 4, he's very much like playing with girls and boys, right? And as it is at age, but then when you miss out on that, I feel like, the 6, 7, 8, when you realize, oh, they could be cute and let's hang out with them or
Because
however.
Tristan, our eldest, was mixing.
Yeah. So I don't
before.
know. Again, like it's just an observation what unfortunately COVID did too,
Aw.
right? And
Yeah.
so for grade 9, I'm always like, just explore and get involved with a lot of things, meet friends, make connections, because he does have a tight group of guy friends. But I'm like, you gotta also
Join some clubs.
Yeah, so he's in cross
Oh, yeah.
country, and so he's loving it. I think he
Aw.
runs almost every day. He has a meet almost every week.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
When is it done?
I think middle of November. So it's getting cold. I'm like, you gotta run with gloves now. You probably gotta have a tights under, I don't know. But for the grade 9 social, I remember going to my grade 9 social, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know, Mom."
I don't think I went to mine.
I went to mine. We were in the same
Or
grade.
to ours.
And I remember it was cute, right? But like, I don't think him and his friends stayed for the entire 4 hours. Ultimately, they ended up in one of his friends' house, and they're like, "Yep, okay, we're done." He basically said it was okay, but I could have not gone. But I'm like, well, now you know, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's not one of those where you're like, I
Life is
wonder
great.
what if you did. You went, and this is your take on it, and it didn't kill you, and you learned something from it. I hope, but yeah. Again, it's like how much do you push your kids, right? To like, because they come to that age where you're just like, I just want to hang out with my friends and just my friends. But it's like, look at other things too.
John.
Oh, hey, how
I
How about you, Mary?
tell my daughter that sometimes you have to be bored and you have to be uncomfortable because it's part of life. So
absolutely
go be uncomfortable for an hour or two because you're going to be uncomfortable when you're an adult.
That's right. That's right. I know. I always say that to my kids too. Just be. Get off your devices and everything and just be. I think those are good lessons, right?
Did you guys get any Lego this week?
I did.
You
Not
did?
yet. I'm waiting for the.
What did you get?
So I have become addicted to this guy named Brick Love. He is on
Love.
Instagram and he's on Whatnot and he has a website and he makes
Brick Love.
I think they're very affordable, well priced Lego minifig customs, and all of them. I was gonna say they're all printed on Lego. Some of like Ashoka's Leiku, he gets aftermarket, and he gets some Clone Army custom helmets. But he put out what I call it his spooky series.
Wow.
So it's
I love
zombie.
it.
Yes,
Look at
it's
the Ghost Darth Vader.
zombie guys.
Yeah, I saw the loot.
Brick Love.
I think I do follow him. It's like, why does that sound familiar?
Ooh, that's awesome.
cool.
They came in the mail, I want to say, on Wednesday. So
Yeah.
So
what are you gonna do with those? Are you gonna make a scene?
Yeah, so Jen Brick Family Builds, she does it's Brick Love LUV, not Brick LUV. She does the Halloween habitat, so I'm gonna make some Halloween habitats for that.
Okay.
Those, but I'm a fig junkie. I probably have over 1,000 figs. And
where do you keep them?
Hold on.
Oh,
I have ones on display, but we'll see if I can get it. So
field trip.
Woo!
Field trip.
Oh, I love it. Oh,
Are those custom made?
No, they're just from Amazon. I have one over here too that we're filling up, but I'm a Star Wars junkie.
Yes.
Nice.
So I have two.
Ooh.
And they're like layered. It's not just like one layer. You can actually like. How are they mounted?
I'm gonna do that.
I think they're staggered, right?
Yeah, they're just
I'm
staggered.
Oh,
these
that looks
cases,
awesome.
Yeah, the cases they'll fit 4x plates. So I just have it like one plate in the front, and then I think I have a brick in the back. But no, we got a lot of minifigs.
Oh,
This is my
I love it.
Oh, Fabuland.
Fabuland and Friends.
Are you gonna start getting the Animal Crossing?
Yeah, oh god, it's
Of
a
course.
day one purchase, and then
Yeah.
What? I never get
Ooh.
this. I never
Nice.
seen this part because I only see
Those
the
look
the
great.
basement.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Ooh, I
we got
even love like going down the stairs how you have all these shelvings.
yeah, my husband built those in, and then more marble.
Beautiful.
So yeah,
That is
I love.
like,
I don't know why, but
impressive.
I don't. I'm just addicted.
Now you have to like
Oh,
walk
I
backwards.
get it. We get it.
You have to walk backwards.
Yeah, no. So I mean,
Like
I just get
duck.
figs. I like collecting them, and I think the issue is that I have
Yes.
so many Star Wars figs, and the ones that I'm missing are like Cloud City Boba Fett. I have Cloud City Lando, and some of like the really rare ones, like the Chrome Vader, and
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yes.
that kind of
Yeah,
money. It's not like
Amazing.
I'll spend probably about $30 to $50 on a really cool fig, but
Yeah.
I'm not spending over that.
I didn't
Yeah.
do that. I just
So
bought
I
one that
feel
has
like I don't have joy of that's a lot. I don't
That's
have joy
his
of collecting.
1,000.
Yeah.
And then I found people who are making really cool customs like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Box of Boys.
Box of
I'm
Boys.
always, if I don't have that boy, I need that boy in my case, so I have to get one. But Brick Love makes like really cool customs and just figures that you didn't see. Like he made Sabine's mom.
Yeah.
I have a figure of Sabine's mom.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Who else? I have a figure of Callus, Agent like when Callus goes good in Rebels, I have good Callus. And I just really cool like custom Vaders that he made, and it makes it fun because otherwise, I mean,
I love minifigs.
I have a bazillion Black Vaders.
Yes.
They're not coming out with anything new, so and I'm not going to go out and buy that Boba Fett. So
yeah,
I'm always every week. I'm like, my husband's like, you bought more figs. Like,
well,
we're not
yeah.
out. So
do you army build the troopers too, or not really?
Not
just get
really.
one of the different ones. Like,
I just want one of everything.
Yeah,
I love it.
Just the hard part.
Yeah.
But no, I think I have a lot of the Mandalorian battle packs because I love the Mandalorians. I army build them. I don't know why. I think I have a lot of the Sith troopers because they were just so cool because they were red. So I think I'm like, I can get a kid box of those boys. So yeah.
So you usually get like sets for the minifigures and then just part out the set after you build it?
I've stopped buying sets, to be honest.
You just get them from Bricklink then, the minifigures?
I get them from Bricklink, or sometimes I'll like Brick Love sometimes has regular, set figs, but it's between Bricklink and trading it with friends. Dana, who was early texting, like he bought a second Tatooine Cantina.
Yeah.
Because he knew I would buy all the figs from him for $150. It was a great deal. I think it was $150, $175, and he wanted the brick for Mox. So he went and bought it. He got the VIP points. I got a cheap set of the full complete set of the Cantina. Because I have a decent basement, but it's filled up. So we bought the Ghost. We bought the Ghost because I love the Ghost, and I have the old one, so I have the new one. But other than that, we really haven't bought many. I take that back. I needed Pedialyte for after chemo, and we just couldn't find it at a grocery store, so we had to go to Walmart. And my husband's like, "Do you feel like you want to go walk around Walmart after?" I'm like, "They just shot me up with steroids. I'm antsy. Let's go walk around Walmart."
Yeah.
And it's like, the Box of Boys. It's like, oh man, they had the mech from the new season of Jago, the motorcycle mech that's like really like, from a kid. Like, it's
the pink one.
Yeah, like,
did you get my crossfire?
We'll get that. And then there was like Captain Rex helmet, and my husband's like, "That's small. We can, it's Captain Rex. It's on sale. It was like $10 off or something at Walmart."
Okay, yeah.
So it's like I had a cart full of Pedialyte
and that
3 Lego sets.
Minor detail.
Did you guys see the new photo of the Avengers Tower? Speaking of,
it looks really cool.
Yeah.
It looks really.
Are there the minifigures?
Get the figs.
Are there minifigures there that I didn't really see all the minifigures that are new? Because you know how the Daily Bugle had some new minifigures. Are there some new ones in the Avengers Tower?
I think they have that Kevin Feige fig as kind of like the Easter egg. And I think like the doctor, like from Ultron, like the doctor that was building the Ultron guy originally, I think he's in it. I don't think I think there's Iron Man and all those. I think they're new prints, but I like Marvel, but I don't love. If it was Star Wars, then yes, I'd be saying, I'd be in my Lugs Discord being like, so does anyone want to buy this set for the set and parts, and I'll split it or give you $150 for the figs.
Yes.
So, but it looks cool though. It looks really cool. I actually made a GBC and it's still around. That is the Avengers Tower, and it pumps the balls up.
Oh, fine.
And then it pushes the balls. I had this track system, and it was pushing the balls around, and I had Iron Man pushing the balls around, and I had Fat Thor just on a chair, ignoring all of the calamity of the balls.
What do you think about it, Harold? The Avengers Tower.
Oh, isn't there 30-something minifigs in that one?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot. Yeah, I saw it.
I'll probably buy it and probably store it in my closet.
If you want someone to buy the figs, let me know.
It
Yeah,
looks
I'm also a
thick.
big collector
It looks like
too,
really like the bar that goes around where the
Yeah, the
helicopter's
techniques.
supposed to land.
I'm really interested to see some of those techniques because
Yeah.
I struggle with things that are curved and round, and I was blown away by just the very fuzzy photo.
Wild.
Because a lot of people made their super huge Avengers
Tower
towers
already.
after like the first one came out.
Yeah.
And then this one's supposed to be taller than the Daily Bugle. Like based on like the height that they
Yeah,
showed.
it's supposed to be huge. It looks awesome. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll, I don't know.
But I guess this is I guess the Eiffel Tower of this year, or the Titanic. Like this is that Boxing Day. I mean, not Boxing Day. Black Friday set.
Yeah, it's cheaper than the Venator.
Is it cheaper than the Venator?
Yeah,
I thought it was the same price.
It's like $100 off or less.
So the Venator 600?
650?
650.
650? Oh.
The Avengers Towers, I think it's like 550 or something like that. 539.
wow.
Did you get the Venator, Pinkwheel? Are you, because you're in Star Wars?
I like Star Wars. I think the most expensive Lego set I've bought was one of the Ninjago markets. No, I take that back. It was the original Disney Castle because I think that was $350. Okay. Because we got a lot like that one. We found from people parting, like when we were sorting Lego, we found the UCSX.
What?
And then my husband parted out. We have the Millennium Falcon upstairs in a closet because it's so big you can't put it anywhere.
The original one or the second one?
The first one. So he found all the parts and he built it. We have the A-Wing. It's in my office. I like getting the ships. Like I got getting the $250 price point UCS set, but
not the super huge ones.
The big ones, I just like, where are you gonna put that giant Venator that
hang out from the ceiling?
Yeah. We have a Star Destroyer. We have a Star Destroyer from a guy who he made it one. He's been on Beyond the Brick. He has like one where you could take it apart and there's little areas. We have it half built and he has his plans available. I think it was like $20 or something, but we have nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
That's true. Like I have the Millennium Falcon and the Star Destroyer. I want the Venator, but I was like, where am I gonna put this?
Where are you gonna put it?
It becomes that.
Just put the Venator box on top of your Millennium Falcon box, and then you have 3 boxes.
Oh, I have the Razor Crest upstairs. I forgot about that.
Oh, 4 boxes. The cubes.
Mischievous.
Yeah. I mean, they're getting so big. It's like, again, your X-Wings are like, and the A-Wings are like $200 or like $250 now.
Yeah.
But like you can display, a couple of them together like that on a reasonable size shelf. But I have, Dana, my friend, he has all UCS sets, and it's calamity in the back of his room because it's just
calamity.
Yeah.
That's it's down under bricks too.
Yeah.
He has in his basement.
Yeah. Sure.
Do you do the modulars as well, or not really?
No, we have some of the older ones that it was like a treasure hunt when we do these sortings. We have like I think the one we have the actual set of the detective's office and the pet shop, I think. And then we have like the city hall. We have a few of them that we found from sorting, but we just we don't. My daughter has a Friends city where we have like every Friends set like on a playmat from Friends, and it's running out of room. It's like New Hashima over there.
Yeah.
So
New Friendshima.
I think you just gotta find.
New
You gotta
Friendshima.
find like what you like to display, and I like ships. I like the UCS like starfighter ships and smaller. So that's kind of what we get. But I don't know, that Avengers Tower, if I can fit it on, if it's not too deep, it might be something.
You can friendship it.
Yeah.
Friendship it.
Yeah, I have a spot there.
I don't know where his spot is, but he's pointing to it because
I'm gonna move the haunted house over and have the Daily Bugle right beside the Avengers Tower.
This remains to be seen.
So the tongue might be blocked a little.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys do it because like every little inch of space you have like perfectly.
Nick is very meticulous for this thing. Yeah. I get surprised too how he's
It's like
I
New
think-
Hashima. You gotta.
I think we're
you
done
gotta
for
plan.
the stadiums though. I think his stadium army is.
Oh,
Well,
good.
So the new modular is actually it's gonna be on. Is it a 48 by or is it 32 plus
I heard it's
another
long, yeah.
16? Did you hear about it? It's a
No.
museum.
Oh.
And so they're gonna have like a
what are
dinosaur.
you gonna do?
It's
Yeah,
gonna
like
be
welcome to welcome to Jurassic Park, where you got like
Oh,
the dinosaur
cool.
in the middle of it.
so
Yeah.
they're thinking it might be like the dinosaur plus. So the second floor might be
Oh my gosh.
the dinosaur might poke its head
Yeah,
through
yeah.
the second and
Second
third
floor.
floor.
Oh, wow.
Like those museums, I guess what New York or Chicago.
Yeah.
They
Oh
have
wow,
those.
amazing. No, I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen
There's
that.
no picture. It's just
Yeah.
like kind of like description.
Mm.
So-
I'm
So
really
it's in
bad.
your head, it's like blowing up like
Except we might be on our cruise on January
Ooh,
1st.
sorry for you.
So I'm gonna have. I
We'll
won't be able to
shop
get
at
it day
home.
one.
Yeah,
Shop
Nick
at
doesn't
But
shop.
no one's going to
Are we
pick it
gonna
up
be
from
home?
outside.
Are we gonna be home by the time if we do shop at home?
Nope.
That it's gonna.
Nope,
all
we
right.
won't.
Nope.
It'll
So-
just be sitting there collecting snow,
I
and
know.
a neighbor's gonna go, "Ooh, what is
What's
this?
What's
We'll
this
just
box
take
of boys?
it." Yeah,
This
exactly.
Big box of boys here.
Exactly. So just wait for a week.
Yeah. Oh wait.
What's next?
Oh, so going into our next segment, which is
It's time for show and tell.
Oh,
We thought we were already showing and telling.
Oh.
You got that?
All right. Show and tell. Okay, what do you got, Maria?
You know, I don't show and tell Lego. I'm always about stationery, and I have to tell myself, you don't need any more stationery. And yet, when I see like a good deal, I can't pass up on it.
Can't pass it up.
I do use it, and I love moleskin journals. So I've been collecting moleskin journals for as long as, I don't know, for a long time now. I do use them, and I have been using them more. I use them as journals, and I actually write to my kids in them. So I have specific journals.
Her death journal.
I call it my life.
That's
Nick wants me to call it my
awful.
life journal, but
That's so
I've been
sweet.
using it for the last few years because all my life I always like to, like, if I'm reading a book, I'll probably write a little bit of what I read in that book, but then I'm like, but who's going to read this? And so again, around 2020, I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I direct these thoughts to somebody, then maybe it will have more meaning. And then who else but my somebodies would be but my kids. So each of them gets like a particular moleskin journal because I am a
Aw.
hoarder. And so like our oldest one, he's the one who got us into
It's a
Lego. So he gets like all my Lego journals. And then our middle guy, he loves Toy Story, and Moleskine was very, very smart.
Does he like Toy Story stuff?
No. So to me, it's like whoever I can like match my Moleskine journals with.
Weird.
And Moleskine was really good at collaborating with different brands as well. They had like a Harry Potter scene
Aw.
and Disney. And then our youngest was Star Wars. Our youngest loved Star
Yeah.
Wars, and Moleskine also had a slew of Star Wars journals. So at least it's getting, into a use. And so I've already completed about one full journal for each of them. And I'm probably halfway through the second sort of, but I do insert things like even there's like, if I see them like sketching weird stuff on a piece of paper, I'll cut out that paper and like paste it. And I'll even like write little bits like, oh, this is where we were, like some, and just little things like that.
I was
because-
mad at you. When
Yeah.
you did this.
I've had stories like that where like I'm not sure,
So
what
they're
the
gonna
thought
read-
process.
But the thing is, when she does it, it's all in.
I write in script.
It's in
and
script.
My kids don't know how to read script, so we'll see how it goes.
They're
I'm
gonna
sure
need
they'll
a
figure it out,
translator.
or
You have to
however.
figure it out. It'll be like it'll be like, what was it, National Treasure or some sort of like great
Yeah.
archaeological thing where they're gonna have to.
Yes.
Is this
decipher it.
Egyptian?
So here I am again. I'm like, I don't need any more Moleskine journal because I probably have a lifetime's worth to go through and use up. But I go to our version of Marshalls and they have them on like, clearance. And so they're usually like $30 and I find this for $12.
What,
But
is this a theme or?
this one's a little bit different because I don't usually use it. I usually like to write in just unlined paper. Like all of mine are blank. And this one is one of those that are called like the bullet notebooks. I guess bullet journals. They're the ones with like little tiny dots.
Yep.
It's really hard. And I've never had one of these before, but I'm like, okay, maybe let me give it a try. The bullet journaling, just like little tiny dots.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, $12. That's innocuous, right? I'm being good. And then I'm always on Amazon. God help me. I don't know why. But I found a limited edition Moleskine
Oh, is that Jurassic?
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, being
And
Yeah.
so there's a lot of these things that never quite made it to Canada. I don't know why. And or even if some parts of it did, not all of it did. So this is like the B slash. And I've never
I thought
seen
it was
this in any
Jurassic
of our
Park.
stationery stores here, or our Barnes and Noble equivalent here is Indigo. I never saw them, so I found it in Amazon, and I thought it wasn't ridiculously crazy, but yeah, I have to figure out then who to match these books with ultimately. But I do use them. I do like to write, so that's my little show and tell for the
Mail
week.
thinks you need to.
I should.
draw out.
I'm trying to like get back to just drawing in general. Like I started drawing like Coco, right? Oh, I love
My
it.
daughter, she loves journals. She has like
Yes.
everywhere in my house. There's like 4 of these laying around, and it's what I buy her. She loves drawing. She
Yes.
loves writing. So I just buy her cute journals all the time.
Keep going, right? No, it's fun. And then they're off their device. I'm always telling my kids to draw. So the first 2, they're drawing. The youngest one, still work in progress. But that's cool.
Do you have anything else to show us for show and tell?
She showed us her awesome guinea pigs. I mean, who knew?
Here, so my husband did a little Lego sorting, and he put these right next to me because we were talking about your, Animal Crossing. Some cool Fabuland panels.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Those are sick.
I haven't seen
That's
those.
cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're just so old.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Amazing.
It looks like Duplo.
Yeah, it looks like Duplo.
Yeah, and then here's a chair, and I have another chair over here. We like trying to get all the old weird Fabuland.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
I
Where do
know.
you find
I heard they had
Yeah, the
a
historian.
bin full of fabulous.
It is bulk bins.
Oh yeah, we're still sorting. He just would.
So how much time do you guys set aside for sorting?
I don't sort. He sorts it for
Or
me.
how much time does he put aside?
I like
I
sorting.
can't sleep. Let me sort. I can't sleep.
He
I need Nick over here to sort my brick.
Yeah, Nick likes
I
to
was
sort.
sorting your brick when I was
Yeah.
organizing when I was over.
When he was he's a stay-at-home dad now. But before that he would travel a lot for work, and a lot of the sites he had to go to were 2-3 hours away. So he would take a Sterilite bin and put it in his trunk. That's how we got, because he'd be like, I'm in the hotel, at 7-8 o'clock at night, and I'm in Albany, Georgia, where there's just it doesn't work out anyways. This is Albany, and so he would sort, and I think he thinks he like, and he's gonna say, don't say I like it. I think he kind of likes it, but I mean, he'll take a break during running errands and taking care of our daughter and doing all the other 20,000 things I asked him to do, and he'll spend like an hour a day sorting. Just he has a little table set up.
Like some people knit, some people I don't know, but that's his like maybe happy, peaceful space, right?
I think that's
cool.
his happy thing.
Do you have your flower mock?
No, I actually gave it to the nurse wasn't in. She was at the other location today, but I think I'm now gonna have to go make all the other nurses ones too, because there was some jealousy. Not jealousy, but they're all oohing and ahhing. And is this Lego? Is this really Lego? I'm like, yeah, it's Lego.
Yeah.
And she likes it. I don't know if she likes irises. I just figure I'd make a flower.
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
it was a
unique, so build. Yeah,
unique parts usage.
Yeah, there's actually I cannot remember her name, and I feel terrible now. She's actually a member of there's a Philippines lug. And she's been featured by Lego. I can't remember her name. I'm following her on Instagram, but she does the most gorgeous botanicals. Like she was doing botanicals before it was a thing.
Before Lego.
I think her stuff has been at the Lego house on display.
Huh.
And I kind of just lifted some of her techniques, but that's what it is. Lifting her techniques. She did a lot of she would make these beautiful poinsettia bouquets. And she made a bunch of other. I'm pretty sure if you search for her under a Philippines lug, I'm pretty sure she runs it or something. But
does she live in the Philippines or she's okay?
I think she lives in the Philippines. I can't remember their lug. I think it's PH lug. I think that's what they abbreviated it to.
Lug.
I look up Philippine lug and it got easy pancit lug with ground pork or recipe.
You Googled it.
Yes. I'm sorry, I can't remember her user Instagram account, but I kind of lifted some of her techniques.
Oh, awesome.
So that's what I mean. That's why I love mocking, and I like people trying, because it's just like, I do something and then someone else uses it, and
you learn from each other.
Around and people do it differently, and that's what makes it fun. So.
for sure.
How are you, Harold?
It's private. Oh, so we had what was it, the big Prime Deal day?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did these
Only in
count
the
as
US.
Boxy Boys?
Only in the US.
Okay. So I got these
Oh.
for like $7. Like,
wow.
I usually use this because it's a sand green body for my orcs.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
And for some reason, I've been
So how many-
collecting
Yeah.
these.
How many boxes of those?
How many Boxy
total
Boys
came
did you get?
home?
Since I started Lego again, since my Dark Ages, I think I have like 200 of them now.
200 of that set?
No, 200
No,
of
no,
the zombies.
The zombie.
Okay.
This is like my first mock neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
But
that.
yeah, they used to be like 25 cents, but not anymore. But I mean, it has some pretty good pieces. Definitely the plate and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm waiting for that Steamboat Willie set.
Oh yeah, that one looks cool.
That one
What are you
looks-
gonna buy to get that? Because I think it's Disney's, Marvel, and
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah. I have the CMF, like the 6-pack boxes, like on my cart.
Oh, you're gonna get that.
They finally have that Wally brickheads, like.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get that too, and I don't know, probably gonna get another Star Wars set or something like that.
I was thinking of getting that princess. You know, the with so many
The
princesses.
jungle.
the
jungle
Princess
castle.
Battle Pack.
The Princess Battle Pack.
Yeah.
The box
I
of
think-
princesses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the box of princess. I think that might be enough for the Steamboat Willie. Or if not, then I just add something else.
The build and the colors of that set just screams elves, Lego elves.
Yes.
It does.
Yes.
Yes.
I love it. I have nowhere to put it.
I know.
You don't have that set yet.
But-
No, I didn't. I did not get it. I actually
Do you
have.
collect the mini dolls?
I do.
Because I collect the Disney princess ones.
Yeah, my daughter has most of them, not all of them. And actually, it was really interesting. We did not have a Tiana for the longest time, and Martin ran a building competition for a month a couple years ago, like build something from the movie. And I think the second prize was a Tiana, and like at that time Tiana was like a $50 mini doll. So shout out ACOB. There are expensive mini dolls.
yeah.
And so he gave me one of his. So that's
wow.
why I have a Tiana. But now they have a Tiana out and more.
Yeah.
But we have, I think, 2 or 3 of the original elves sets, the bigger ones, that we haven't built, and we want to probably display those. So I was like, we could get the box of princesses, but
Yeah. Well,
What
when I
else?
was rearranging my room, there's like stuff that I forgot I bought. It's so bad. But I found like one of my big boy.
How did you lose this in your
Holy.
room?
Yeah. But I forgot how
Wow.
this thing's huge. So
Oh my gosh.
in the
Do you
Gundam
keep all these
universe,
boxes
this is
of
like
your
a UCS
Gundams?
version of like a Gundam kit.
Perfect Strike Gundam.
Do you keep these boxes? Because they're like
They're
art
beautiful.
themselves.
It's
Not really anymore. I mean,
Like, I love the fact that it has a handle. I like
yeah, it has a handle and all that.
Oh,
It's a briefcase.
it is. The things that get to me.
But
Packaging.
this will be my third or this is called a perfect grade. Do I have one out here? I do not. Oh, here's a mega grade. Right here. So these things are huge.
Oh,
But this is a fully like customized
wow.
and painted one. This is what I did when I was on my gray H2 Meredith when I was in Japan.
that is
Painting.
awesome.
Yeah.
What was the color before then? Just all white?
I mean, it's blue, red, yellow, but
No, when you painted it, it was all white, right? Like when it first comes out as a model.
oh no, it comes like pre-colored, but it just looked really plasticky. So
Oh, you
I
just darkened
used
it.
a more richer
You can get
I
the
see.
blue and
gloss.
red.
Get it glossy.
Yeah, and gave it a like I think I used semi-gloss on this.
Awesome. The things that you find when you're decluttering. Oh yeah, I
I
have
know.
this too. This is it, right? I don't know. For me too, it's like always the hunt.
is
and
when
then
you
I
find
store them away. And I mean, I have bookshelves of like my treasures. And when I'm like, oh, let me like do my semi-annual dusting. I'm like, all right, I have these. Right. Like
Yeah.
it's terrible.
It was also like I don't want to build stuff or take stuff out since I move a lot.
Yeah.
So I just hoard it now until I get my forever home. Yeah, 8 more years.
Yeah.
All right, my turn. So I built a couple of sets this week.
I haven't built anything. Whoa.
Ooh, I see the
Ooh,
whale.
the whale.
Yeah.
Yes. So got whaley.
That is
This is
such a
cool.
cool. It's
Yeah.
such a cool animal.
So this is like a mold in itself. It came with these 3 molds in a paper bag, actually.
And you can do
Oh.
the full Jonah thing.
Oh yeah. Very
What's the Jonah thing?
Moby
Like
Dick.
Jonah, isn't it Jonah and the whale?
Noah?
Jonah and the whale.
No.
Oh, you mean like go inside the
There's
mouth?
Jonah and the
Yes.
whale in biblical, and then
Yes.
there's also Moby Dick.
I don't remember. In the movie,
Pinocchio.
the mouth opens like this.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even remember.
It's scary.
I actually
It's like
bought
How they're unhinging the jaws in
It
different.
looks very Demigorgon like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
Demogorgon. But it's a nice whale. Like it's very sturdy.
Did you like the paper bags?
So it was only 1 paper bag, and it was
for
really-
this.
this was in.
Which probably
have the set
protected
here?
it.
You have the set, Harold?
Yeah, I was playing
Here,
with it.
he's already showing it to you. It's right here.
Oh, I didn't even-
It's swooshable.
yeah. So this was on sale at Toys R Us.
Toys R Us.
It was like
You guys
30%
got
off.
us.
But you guys have so many other things.
I know. It is the one
I know.
sore spot in the US retail world.
Yeah, I know. It is
But
crazy.
I heard
how-
you guys are getting Toys R Us back.
It's with who is it with?
Macy's. But then I think
Macy's.
you're
Yeah.
actually gonna get.
So it came with this minifigures.
Yeah, we get like a GI Joe type minifigure there.
G.I. Joe.
And
Oh, you get
then-
the Smurfs.
And
But these guys don't have long legs. They're like
because
the
they're
short-
kids.
Yeah, they're
They're-
the
Oh,
kids.
are these the kids? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You didn't see the movie?
We
I
did,
have,
but I
but
guess
I
he's
didn't-
expecting the.
I didn't
tall
recognize
guy.
the names that they
Oh,
were the kids. And then we get like a little crab. A crab.
that was a
build.
cool
That
crap.
is a very cool little underwater mech.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm planning on having this. I want to kind of elevate. Oh, let me get my light.
Oh, we should have that hanging. In the
That's Harold
Yeah,
has
I
this
want it
thing
on the
about
bottom, and
elevating
then I'm gonna
things or
kind of
hanging.
elevate.
Get some fishing wire out.
yeah, get some fishing wire.
So it's gonna go in this little cube.
Hmm.
Hopefully that fits. And then the second set I built was the Dobby set.
Aww.
Oh, that's
Which-
gonna give me nightmares.
Cute. It's
He's
way better than
cute.
Chewbacca. Chewbacca gives me
Oh,
nightmares.
Oh,
Yeah,
Chewbacca does to me.
100%.
It's creepy. It's creepy.
So I want to put this next to the Maxi Harry Potter and Hermione in Maria's.
I don't
library.
know if there's any more space.
He's small. He can fit.
It's very full of things. Yeah. We're gonna
So
have
he
to-
comes with his little sock. He has like a
I mean,
sock.
the fact that he has, yeah,
and a
it's
book.
cute.
His
and-
knees are weird that they're so high. So his shin is like here,
His feet are cute.
All shin.
and then his little knees are here, which is kind of weird.
All shin. Some
Oh.
people are all legs. Dobby's all
Yeah.
shin.
Yeah. Oh,
He's all
shit.
shit. His ears are cute, and I like his nose. His nose is cute.
Yeah, they did a good job on him.
Oh, nice ears. Oh, that's fun.
Oh,
What do you think,
That's
Pikachu?
cute. That's cute.
He's like Pikachu.
Oh, is there glow in the dark eyes?
It looks like it could be.
I don't think so.
They're
I
very
think those are
luminescent
just
looking.
regular.
I like
No, I
him
mean,
with the
like,
happy ears more.
the
I
eyes
think
that
you
glow
have
in
to
the
flip it
dark
up.
You like his
I like it, yeah, like he's perked up, like he's listening to us.
his happy ears.
Or maybe that might be creepy that he's listening to us. Let me think about this now.
His arms aren't really posable, just through his shoulders,
Mhm.
and And then we get a floating cake too.
That cake is the parts are just awesome. I just want all the parts. Give me all the parts.
Dang, this stream is really making me hungry.
But yeah, that's what I built
Very fun.
this week.
Dang, crazy.
Let me turn this off.
Yeah, tomorrow I should be getting 3 more Hoth battle packs.
No, from Amazon.
Yeah, like the whole Amazon thing I bought was dishwasher pods because I ran out.
Yes, I know. I don't see any
Batteries.
deals. Well,
Yeah,
I got the Up House because it was marked down to
Oh.
$47.99.
on Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh dang, I missed that.
Yeah, that was the only thing I saw. The rest of the sets they had, at least in the US, for a Prime deal, were just like, bleh.
Yeah, 30% off. Wasn't that
Are
great?
you guys ready for our last segment?
What is that?
It is.
It's time for news you can use.
Did you change it?
No,
No, it's the same.
Oh.
it's the same beat.
is
I was
it
like,
this way?
Nick actually changed it.
No,
You always
Yeah,
ask
it was like
every
you're
week.
doing like
maybe
gang
next
signs.
year. I know it's kind of
Like
weird with
gang
the angles, Annalena.
Oh wait, that's wrong.
I was like, where'd you do?
This one. All right.
On the
Put
script
that
going.
screen.
Yeah, I was kind of sad the Black Falcon torsos weren't on that floor.
All right. News that you can use thanks to Alan the Brick Fan.
Thanks,
What do we
Alan.
have here?
Stable
So
of Dream Creatures review. Oh, have you seen this?
yeah,
Yes,
this
I
is
have.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is one of wave 1.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any of the dream sets?
I like the mushroom people.
I think Harold has the bunny.
I have the shark ship and is by, as I said, I like like the different ships, like starship, ship ships.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
shark ship, actually, one of the guys from New Hashima, who was the original, he was also in that original Brolug collab. Carter, I cannot remember his name.
Carter.
He's a designer.
Carter Baldwin?
Yeah, Carter Baldwin.
Yeah, Carter Baldwin. He's a phenomenal builder. And when I was building this shark ship, I think that was the first time I ever met and talked and saw
Oh,
Lego designers mock and then built his set. And I'm just like, this is so him.
This
Wait,
is like
so
Carter Baldwin original right here. It's an APC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So Carter designed the shark ship for dreams?
Yes. He
I
was
didn't know
one of
that.
the lead designers.
And so he lives in Denmark then. Is that right?
Correct. And he came over for New Hashima.
Yeah,
Oh,
for Pinkwheels.
wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that he lived
Oh,
there.
were you with me, Nick, when he was talking about that?
I saw him there, but I wasn't with you when
Oh
was
yeah,
talking
he was
about it.
talking about designing some of the dream sets.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, this I actually have this set, but
This one
Nope.
here?
Mhm.
I don't own it. It's actually going out for Friendship Timber. So
Oh,
Oh, okay.
it's going to Josh Builds, I think. He won it for Friendship Timber.
oh, nice.
Yeah, I was given a $200 gift card to Atlanta Brick Co.
Mhm.
For the Owl House at Atlanta Brick Con. It won Best in Show. Yay!
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so I won that, and I'm like, I told Aubrey, I'm like, I'm gonna run down to Atlanta Brick Co. We're gonna get some sets. So
Awesome.
they had this there, and it was pretty decently priced, and it was brand new, and I'm like, just grab it. So,
Cool.
yeah, Josh Builds on Instagram. We have it packed up. We have the UPS label. It will be arriving soon.
Wow, awesome.
Nice. What else do we have here? Lego Ideas
City Burger.
Burger.
I'm getting hungry.
City Burger.
More food.
This is nice.
It looks like the Parisian.
City Burger.
A little
here.
bit of it. Something about it reminds me. Maybe the
This part
arches.
here
Yeah,
kind of reminds.
the old kind of.
Sounds cool.
Also,
architect.
what Market Street? Market Street
Yeah,
has this
maybe.
kind of colors. What do they use here? Oh, okay.
Shield. It looks like the
Yeah,
shield,
shield.
and then the
The shield
claw X.
And light
Yes.
bluish gray.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at how
It's a very fancy
they have
burger,
like the upside down eggs here.
if anything.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Looks like some castle pieces.
It has some
On the
interior.
inside,
They
okay.
have big burger,
Burger.
big fries, small fries.
Patties. Look at that.
Oh yeah, they just use the studs for the.
Patty.
Oh, so they microwave
raw
the
patty.
burgers?
Mm.
That's sus. Yeah, there you go.
Uh,
That's a
Prime
reason.
deal.
25%. Crazy.
Wow.
20%.
No, like really randomly at the end, or was it
They lowered it
yesterday
even.
or the last day?
Oh.
It went down to
Oh
25%.
wow. That's
Lightning deal.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh, here's
Oh,
the
Steamboat.
Yeah.
How much is
That's
it? Does
cool.
it say how much the threshold is down there?
Yeah.
I am
one-
smart.
150.
150.
If it was 100, I would have done it.
Ugh.
Eh.
150.
Is that mouse unique mouse?
So that's like the
Anything?
It
last
looks the
double
same.
VIP point day too.
Actually, I think
Actually,
I
the
heard
hat.
this one is different than the one that was on the original
really?
idea set. Yeah, they said it's a slightly different one.
Did the ideas one have like a hat like this? I don't remember that.
I don't remember either.
Me neither. Do you get those shiny? Oh no, that's just box art.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, this stuff here?
All the shiny.
I was like, whoa, it's like
so
Monopoly pieces.
pretty. Funny.
Oh, this goes up and down. So there's
Oh,
like
Oh,
some
neat.
gears.
Some
There's
Yeah.
actually
gears in the bottom.
gears in here.
That's a cute set.
Yeah, that was a cute.
Oh, when this spins, okay. Do you guys have the original Steamboat Willie set?
No, I did not get it. We got the original castle. That's kind of, I think, our
Only
only
Disney.
real Disney
Main
one that
Disney.
we have. I take that back. I have the little micro Cinderella's castle. I want to get the Agrabah one. I just think it's a good size, you know? It doesn't
Yeah.
space.
Doesn't take up
Yeah,
too much
space.
space. Orient. Are you into
Yeah, a lot of the
trains?
train
I
guys
am not a
really
train
do not like
person.
that.
And it's really weird because apparently all the train people are up in arms because if
They
you
don't
look-
like it?
if you look at the ideas version of that steam engine and the actual what it's supposed to be modeled off of, it doesn't look anything like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Is the color different?
The color is
Is it-
different. It's like
Oh,
supposed to be. I think the one because they
Dark green?
based it off the actual
Dark green.
one is dark green. So
Oh wow.
yeah, train people are all up in arms.
Oh.
Yeah, they're
mean,
just like
This
playing
looks
their-
like a very handsome. It's a beautiful set too,
I
right?
mean,
Like,
it's beautifully built. Aesthetically,
Maybe because the dark green is similar to the Emerald Knight, and we don't really have this color yet, dark blue in a train.
it's very nice.
I guess it's 6 wide.
Yep.
Yeah.
full interior.
I do want to take a long train ride
We
with a
can
whole
make a Snowpiercer mall.
cabana, 2 carriages.
Snow piece. See, now you're thinking New Hashima.
Guap coming soon.
Oh, that's it. I can't go any further.
Why?
I don't know.
What's going on here?
I think that's it.
There was more, but his link isn't working.
Oh,
I'm trying to
refresh it.
Alan,
Yeah, click. Yeah.
no. Does it work on yours, Harold?
I don't know. You never let me do
Yeah.
this part.
Well,
Oh, what if I
Whoa,
do
what's that? That's new.
This was last week.
Oh,
But if I
then you'd have to go to the.
keep pressing, but then it's not gonna still work. It's just gonna be.
You can refresh
oh,
this.
what you do?
Remove page 2. We'll do this.
I think. Did you get the spooky pirate island thing?
I did.
What is that?
How many?
It's the thing where
Oh,
you were like,
weird.
"What are these boxes?"
Oh,
I got two.
boxes.
No, I got 2. So I got the. I bought the Corvette to get one, and then I bought something else.
I'm only gonna find out about these purchases now.
Oh, I got the architecture, the Japanese.
Oh, that one.
What is
That
it
is
called?
pretty.
That is
The
The
one that starts
garden
with an-
or the castle?
the one that starts
The
with the
cat.
H.
the one that
the castle.
the
The
castle.
castle.
The
Yeah,
castle.
Mm.
because I collect architecture. That's what brought me into the Lego hobby.
Aw.
It was the White House was the first White House That was the first one I
Mine was
got.
Falling Water. I know of all the things that he wanted the White House.
So all up there is all architecture sets.
So my old boss / still really good friend, his wife was into building the architecture sets, and so he bought one used, and he's like, oh, I got the White House, I got a great deal on it. And then he was starting to freak out because it was used, and she's starting to build it, and like all of the like the 1L bars in white, like
missing.
Was it yellowed?
And he's like, do you
it was
have
missing.
Like, we could cover you on that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have any of the architect? Oh, you did mention, right? You had some architecture.
Oh, architecture.
I know we had a few of them. We actually found Falling Water. I know we have Falling Water somewhere.
Yeah.
We found that set from sorting.
Amazing.
And we reassembled it. I think we had
sorting. Wow.
Yeah, I think we had the Guggenheim as well.
That's a fun one too. Yeah.
And we have the architecture version of the Eiffel Tower, like the one that's this big.
Oh yeah.
That one's fun.
What? Harold has his first architect set?
No, he has a bunch. Christine likes it.
My wife actually builds these too. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Nice.
that's the Capitol building? I almost bought another one of these.
That is nice. That is
Which
nice.
I
I know,
keep
and it's like when we travel, we love to visit these places, right?
Yeah.
Like recently I visited the Roby House in Chicago. I'm like, oh my God, this is like
And we saw Falling Water.
yeah, we went to Falling Water last year.
Yeah, I got
And,
Falling Waters at dang, what's that place in New York?
I wonder if they'll ever make like the
Rockefeller.
Biltmore estate.
Rockefeller
Like that's gonna be
Plaza.
massive if they
That would
ever,
be awesome.
right?
That
But
would
that's
be-
also another big statement, the Biltmore.
Oh, the Biltmore Estate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
saw
That
that
would be
last
really
year
cool.
too.
Have you guys been there?
We went last year. So we usually try to go to Florida, visit my uncle there in Disney.
But we decided
And
to drive.
last year was the first time we're gonna drive. We drove, and we're like, okay, we could do this, but we really spaced ourselves out. That we ended up visiting a bunch of different other places along the way, right? Because I'm as much as Falling Water is just 5 hours away from us in Pennsylvania. I don't think it would have been just the thing to see. But if we can
Stop
link a
along
lot
the
of
way.
these,
Yeah.
link a lot of these places. So we did that like day one, and then drove some more, and then the next day we're at Biltmore, right? So
Biltmore
like
Estates.
South Carolina is it? And then we just kept going. And then on the way up, we visited
Harold.
in Virginia, Washington, back home, and
Irving.
my favorite, like most haunted area. Oh my gosh, why can't they know this?
Oh,
It's
in
my favorite.
Georgia? In Savannah?
Savannah. Oh my God, I've always wanted to do Savannah. I want to go back and do a couple more days because we came on a Sunday and I didn't realize they're closed, right? Like they're very.
It rained like crazy.
It rained, and it's just so atmospheric. Like
But there are all
the
these
rain-
all the cemeteries.
yeah, no, I
Cemeteries,
love
yeah.
they're all their green spaces.
Yeah,
It was very
Savannah's
cool.
great.
Yeah.
I'm about 4 hours away, but we've gone down there occasionally.
Yeah.
It's fun.
We
If
ate
you-
it there. Yeah.
Here's another spot if you do a road trip again, which
Mm.
you may have hit up on the way to Florida, but your kids will love it. St. Augustine.
Oh, I love it.
Ooh.
We've been to St. Augustine.
What's in
It's
St. Augustine?
it's in Florida. It's the oldest city in Florida.
Okay.
And so they have like these forts with the old cannons from before.
yeah.
So I do love American history, and I do love visiting oldest. You know, the first like so even in Savannah, we ate at like the Pirate's House, which was featured at the Treasure Island book because they used to drug men up in this tavern. It used to be the oldest tavern in
That's
Savannah,
awesome.
and they would drag them down, and then they would use them as slaves, like just men to to the Caribbeans and you know
Off to the Caribbean you go. Yo.
yeah, and you didn't know how did I get shackled? I was just drinking some ale, and boom, I'm here. Oh, how did I escape now? Right. So,
And then when we went to New York, we were visiting all the Alexander Hamilton areas.
yeah,
the pub that they
our
stayed in.
youngest like loved the musical so much. The middle guy loved them. So we did the whole Hamilton, like where you know they're buried, for example. Hey, Brick Hive, and I don't know. We try to always make all these city trips that. For the first time, we went to an all-inclusive Punta Cana trip, and I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, she was stuck.
I'm like, I
Like,
guess
just
I
relax.
could relax. So yeah.
If you're ever driving through New York, I'm actually from upstate New York.
Oh, cool.
If you go through Saratoga, there's
Mhm.
a lot of fun stuff there because there's a racetrack there. but they kind of kept the whole aesthetic of the town. Think like Mary Poppins. Like it's all in the very late 1800s, early 1900s. It's just beautiful houses. The racetrack's still there. But then you get to go to the Saratoga battlefield, and you can go through the whole battlefield.
Yes.
In the Revolutionary War.
That is what I want to do.
Yeah, that's cool.
Even driving up from Florida, right, all the way up to New York, like you'll see all the battle sites, and they'll say, I want to do that historical sort of like ride and drive and go through each one.
There's Fort Ticonderoga. There's a bunch of cool kind of like 40 stuff up there.
Yeah. No, one day, all these bucket lists still, right? No, for sure.
Meredith, what are you up to this week or weekend? What are you up to this weekend?
So Chris Fazoom, his son is starting over at Bricks and Minifigs near my house, so I'm gonna stop by and say hi to him in the morning. Probably bring something to trade.
Like he's starting work there. Okay.
So I'm gonna bring something to trade because I want to get some of the Marvel figs.
What are you gonna bring?
I think I have like the old for the Mandalorian, the Raider at. I think I have one of those. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why we have it. And I think I have we have just random crap. It's time to Marie Kondo some of it. Like I want some.
Yeah.
It needs to spark joy.
Yeah.
Spark joy.
Spark joy. Those have been sitting there not sparking joy. I need to fill out some more Marvels in the case.
This all still sparks joy for me, Maria.
Yes.
He's very
other than that, unfortunately, I am trying to stay away from
Yes. Be safe, be healthy.
So we'll just be lazy and kind of just hang out. And that's about it. I'm still working, so I'll be back at work on Monday.
Okay.
I have a terrible boss, so.
Have you guys started watching Loki season 2?
My daughter's been watching it. I did not watch the first season, so she's been watching it. So yeah, she's gonna be watching it, and she'll tell me what happens. But
I haven't started it yet.
How about you, Harold? Do you watch that?
Which one?
Loki.
Oh, season 2's out.
It just started.
I'm behind on
shows. In the second episode.
I haven't watched it yet. Did I finish season 1?
I think so.
Yeah, we were talking about it. We were talking about it last, it's like 2 years ago.
But see, I feel like when the second season comes, I feel like I need to like review what I remember. I don't remember anymore, right?
Brick Hive's watching it.
Oh, cool.
I think it's like after Ahsoka, I was kind of like, I'm not gonna watch Disney.
You were disappointed by
the
season
ending.
Finale, weren't you?
It was a little bit tame.
Well, overall, now that I watched it the second time last weekend, I was just like, man, they really missed like a lot of opportunities.
You wanted more.
I think they were constricted by the story that they had to tell.
Yeah.
Ron had to come back, which made, Ahsoka had to be the grumpy master in the beginning. Because I'm just like, this isn't the Ahsoka I know. She's playful. She's fun. Yes. She's not that exact version of herself anymore because, life has sucked a lot. But she still has some playfulness. Yeah. And but they had to tell that story of her becoming a better master. And, Sabine had to have a big mess up because they had to go back and get Thrawn. I mean, they were really constricted by that story they had to tell, but I was still entertained. I mean, there's things I love, there's things I hate. I know Brick Hive has quite a few. I thought we got some fun moments. I really like seeing Jansen and that kind of payoff, the whole it's Kanan Jarren's, baby and all that stuff. And then I love seeing what's his name? Paul Sung Hyung, Captain Teva.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Appa.
Appa. He is like the nonsense guy that he's loving it because he's such a big fan. And he's just loving being there.
I know. You can feel it, right?
Yeah, you can feel it, and and I still like Rosario Dawson. I still think she does a good job with it.
I think so too.
I
don't know a lot of the Ahsoka background at all. Like our youngest is a huge fan, like I said, but like watching it as a an outsider. Like I love Star Wars. Yeah, I am a filthy casual. I thought it was beautiful. It's cinematic. Yeah. You get a gist. You get a good idea, a good sense already of storylines, right? And I think when they add like the witches idea or like it brings space.
That's from your part school.
Did you like
I thought the witches were awesome.
Yes, I thought the witches were awesome. It takes it more out of like science fiction, perhaps, to a bit more fantasy. And
Yes.
so there was a bit of a blurred, like,
Yes.
is this my Star Wars that I grew up in the 80s? Or
Yeah.
No.
where
this
can
is the
we
Filoniverse.
where can we step into now, right? Which is a whole lot of other stories that can be told. So
I think also
I thought it was
because it's
great.
like only an 8-episode like season.
Yeah,
They were again
exactly.
constricted by time,
Yeah.
constricted by the
Exactly.
story they had to tell,
Exactly.
and they
Because-
had to catch everybody up in the first few episodes of who are these characters,
Right, because I
none
know
of them
nothing.
watched it.
I'm like, green skin, wow.
I was like, maybe it's because I know too much of like
yes.
what's going on. Because
Yes.
the
And-
last
Yeah.
part, I was like, oh, okay, Mortis. See, I was
Yeah.
right.
And I get that too, right? Like when I read a book and then like the movie that it's based upon isn't really what I'm like. You are let down.
Yeah.
So I can see where you're let down. But I liked it. I thought it was great.
Have you seen the
But a
finale?
Wheel of
Yeah,
Time.
I did.
Oh, you did.
I did.
The
I
Wheel
still
of
have to
Time
finish
season
Wheel of
finale
Time.
was good.
Oh, I got
Here's
it.
a
Do you
question.
watch that, Meredith?
No, I don't. But I have a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Have any of you read the original expanded universe, which is now what they call Legends
Legend.
Thrawn
Thrawn.
trilogy?
I haven't. I don't know it.
It is. This is why. So I know. I know Hive's
Really?
disappointed. I know I'm still slightly disappointed. It was okay. It wasn't great. It was like a B-.
Yeah.
Thrawn.
That's a good score.
Yeah.
Thrawn. The Thrawn trilogy books, like they legitimately should have been the what do you call it? The sequel, prequel, the sequel to the original tier. That should have been.
Oh.
That should have been it. They're so well written. So there's lots of adventure. There's lore. They have Thrawn, and he's just so fleshed out, and he's just so cool.
Mhm.
And then Filoni lifted all that. And now we're gonna get a Thrawn movie because of that. That's what they were setting this up to.
Yeah, when is that?
Empire.
When is the Thrawn? When is the movie coming out?
I don't know, but it's
There's
coming.
no date yet.
No date.
Okay. Because it's supposed to take all the shows and kind of mesh them together.
It's
right?
supposed to be a
Book of Boba
trilogy.
Fett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a trilogy.
Yeah.
They said 2025.
Oh
but
wow.
With the
Okay.
writer's strike right now, it's on like
I
Hiatus.
know.
Oh,
Delayed
I thought
and
the strike was
delayed.
over.
It
Is
is,
the
but
strike over?
they're probably so
But they
back
have
up.
to catch up
Okay.
on all the other projects
that's
they
true.
have.
Huh.
Right?
But no, I have not. Wheel of Time, it's on there, and
Yeah, same.
yeah, I need stuff.
I feel like during the winter I just run on indoors on a treadmill. So that's when I usually just plop a show in front of me. But right now I'm trying to like squeeze as much of fall weather running as I can. So yeah, I'm sure I'll catch up and everything.
How about you, Harold? What are you up to this weekend?
I was supposed to go to a lug meeting tomorrow. But now I'm kind of lazy. I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere.
I know. Well, this is it, right? Like the cold weather, like wants me just. I just want to put
Yeah.
my
Are you
reading
gonna-
socks on
Are you
and be
supposed to bring
cozy.
something?
I mean, our monthly challenge is supposed to be a jack-o'-lantern, but I haven't.
Oh,
Like I said, I haven't touched anything.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I need to clean this area. I've been
Your
looking
room's
at it,
done.
I'm like, I really need to move this. Yeah.
What did Harry think about the room when he walked in? It was like, oh,
Oh,
it's so
he's
different.
having fun going around.
Now he has a space. He's like, maybe
Yeah.
I'll.
There's more room.
It's just funny. He's like, whoa, you have all this? I was like, yeah.
Hayden, our
So,
9-year-old has his first basketball game on Sunday,
Ooh.
Yeah. So again, part of my
like 5-on-5.
my intention, so he had developmental, then he started 3v3, and then from 3v3 we were offered, hey, do you want to move him forward to 5v5, but it's like another day, right? And so it's 2 days of the week. And then from 5v5 they're like, hey, did you want to put him in City League, which is like maybe a precursor to, I don't know, rap or more. And I just want to put him more just to remove him from device. But
remove him from his iPad.
yeah, remove him from his iPad. Like my intention is, I want you to be busy. I want you to be physical. So, and it's like really just an hour and a half more, right? And it's really
We
us
just
trying
want
to
see
figure.
him running. Up and
Yeah,
down, up
I
and
get
down.
joy. I get joy, which is not
And then
nice.
he's
But
like grabbing his side.
yeah, but like part of it is like we have to figure out, okay, can we like take him to all these practices? But yeah, this Sunday I guess is his first game, and we're allowed to watch it.
We're not allowed to watch his practice.
Yeah, there were a few practices where they told parents you shouldn't watch this. So I don't know if some parents really get, unfortunately, so into it. Yeah, which removes the joy, right?
Yeah.
Like don't be the coach when you're not the coach. In my head, like let the coach do it. But there will be parents.
Because there's another venue where we're allowed to watch, but all the parents are like so high up, and we're watching down. but where he has his game, I guess the parents are just on the floor with everyone.
Yeah.
And so
the yelling can be more yelling.
I guess
so we'll
it's-
see.
Oh my
We'll see how it goes.
maybe there
but-
was an incident or something.
Good
I
luck.
still
I'm
remember
sure.
Pistons
Yeah,
game.
but like when we signed him up for the third, he's like, really more basketball. I'm like, I don't think the coaches would think you couldn't do it if they, you couldn't do it, right? Like these are like my invites sometimes. And
Yeah, and he
let's-
keeps up. He
let's
knows
check
what's
out by
going on.
season, and I mean, you clearly know how to dribble the ball. So
So far, I think he at that age, he's the best of all his oldest and middle.
he's just not partial at all.
In terms of
Dad.
basketball, he's like the best in terms of like dribbling skills and shooting and layups. Like, and he's understanding.
We just don't want to squash joy from him, right? Like by
He still
pushing
likes it.
him.
He likes it though.
He likes it when he gets there. It's the whole.
But that's with everyone. Like, if you want to go to the gym, you don't. But when you're at the
Yeah.
gym and doing stuff, you're like, okay, I'm into it. I can do stuff.
But yeah, for me, it's like less Roblox. It's like less him watching YouTube, Mr. Beast, and all those annoying voices in the background. I'm
The
like,
Mr.
nope.
Beast.
Ah,
Yeah, Harry's grounded from Roblox.
oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We still have power that way, I suppose. But yeah.
Meredith, before we sign off, plug something. What do you want to plug?
I will be that person. Unfortunately, it is the pink month, so I will say if you're looking for doing something for your pink month, look at charities that are reputable, that send money to people in treatment or send money to research, not to do a lot of awareness. I think we're all aware now.
Yes.
So yeah, two good ones are Breast Cancer Research Fund .org and thepinkfund.org. So I'll plug them.
Awesome.
Awesome.
And where can people find you on the socials?
I'm just on Instagram. I used to have videos of me crashing my car.
What?
Yeah, I my other fun thing is I like to do amateur motorsports. That's why my name is Pinkwheels. My husband
Oh,
painted my
yeah,
wheels.
we never asked you.
Yeah, he spray painted my wheels pink on my STI back in 2004.
Oh wow.
So yeah,
Wait, what's an STI? Is that a
Subaru
motorcycle?
STI? It's based off of the rally car and
Okay.
Subaru.
Saboru all-wheel YonWD. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't have time to do anything content-wise, so I just post mocks and random stuff on my Instagram. Sometimes you can find me driving my car. I'll have like a clip of me like not crashing.
Nice.
Although I'm not driving right now, so.
All right. We're gonna say our goodbyes.
Yes. So
Goodbye.
so much for hanging out with us this Friday evening. To Brickhive, especially Danny Fandom, ACOB, Troubles Bricking, Mayo Hospital, and YOLO. Also to Lego Team E. So until next Friday, stay tuned.
Stay tuned and thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us,
Thank you.
Meredith.
Oh, thank you so much. This was so much fun. You guys are just so fun.
And until next time. Merry Christmas and bye.